You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one, so I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface, but I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some, defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one, so I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface, but I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some, defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one, so I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface, but I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some, defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one, so I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface, but I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some, defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one, so I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface, but I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some, defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career, was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one, so I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface, but I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some, like, defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career, was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one, so I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface, but I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some, like, defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
Ready? Play.
Hi, Carlos. Last year you won Barcelona and Madrid, didn't play Rome. This year you've won Barcelona, you're still here in Madrid. Is the plan to play Rome?
Yeah. My plan is going to Rome when it depends here and how I finish this tournament. But I would love to play in Rome. This is a tournament that I really want to play. So right now this is my plan.
And just a quick one. The drop shot. You've been asked hundreds of times about this shot, but I've been watching tennis for 40 years. I've never seen anybody do it as successfully as you. I mean, 98, 99%. You never hit the net. What's the trick? What's the secret?
I don't know. This is something that I did a lot when I was young. I feel really comfortable on that shot, and it's a really good weapon for me. So honestly, I just feel it, the drop shot, and almost good percent is it's good for me. But I mean, in the practice, I try not to do a lot of drops. So I just feel it on the match.
Hi Carlos, you will be 20 years old on Friday. You already won a Grand Slam. What are your dreams now in tennis? What do you want to do?
Well, my dream on tennis right now is to become one of the best tennis players in history. I know that this a big dream is probably too big, but in this world you have to dream big and you have to think big as well. So I want to be part of the best tennis player in history, and I will work for it. Gracias. Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. If there's one match from Rafa's story where you think that was a missed opportunity, there was a big chance there
have matches,
2
or 3 in Australian Open. No more. We lose the opportunity in Wimbledon against Djokovic in semi-final.
2018.
Then we lose the opportunity more important because that was semi-final. We lose the opportunity in Australian Open. In the Australian Open 2014, 2012 and 2017.
Yeah.
In 14 because he has an injury against Babrinka that before he had never lose against him. Then with Djokovic and Federer, he had breakup in the fifth.
Yeah.
And 40-30 or 30-50, I don't remember well. It was a ball very close, goes up. But this is what happened. There was in Roland Garros 2009. Of course, I am sure that he won. He won this tournament when he has no problems in his knee, because at this moment he was the best. He won Australian Open, then he won the tournaments on clay, and he arrived with problems in Roland Garros. For this reason, in my opinion, he loses. But there are others time that maybe he has to lose and he won.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career, was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on this surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Ready? Play.
Well, hello and welcome to Talking Tennis. It is finals day in Madrid, and I hope you're all very excited. Be it that you're going to be watching this over your dinner in Europe or during brunch in the US, whichever works best for you. I think we've already got some Polish fans in the house, which is great. We're going to be watching Iga Swiatek, who I think most of you who are long-time viewers of the channel will know is my current favorite player on the WTA tour. And I'm not saying that because I'm a glory hunter. I was a fan of hers from before it was cool, well before. I also really enjoy what Aryna Sabalenka's brought to the tour this year, however, and the rivalry that these two have been building over the last few weeks has been brilliant. Having two consecutive tournaments where 1 versus 2 in the world going head to head is something the WTA tour has been missing. When they met in Stuttgart, it was the first time since the 2019 WTA finals that the top 2 players in the world had clashed. And they're here again, and it's a hard one to call because this is clay. It's Iga Swiatek's favorite surface. But this is also Madrid, and the altitude and the conditions favor the power that Aryna Sabalenka can produce. This is a really tough one to call, actually. And I'm definitely very, very excited to see what happens here. The players are on court. The balls have been brought by a very friendly-looking yellow robot, and they're about to do the go through the coin toss procedure, and the warm-up will begin. This is Talking Tennis, and although I am on the screen, we're all commentators here. So send me your questions. You're in the live chat. If you're watching along, send us your questions. Send us your comments. Tell us what you think about this match. Any questions about Iga or Aryna, women's tennis in general, or even just want to have a chat. And I'll be here and I'll answer any questions that you've got before the match starts, which will probably be in the next 10 minutes. And I will not be alone on this stream. I will be, the plan is that I will be joined by our up-and-coming sports journalist, Ashley Woods, who is currently in Alabama, and our friend of the channel, Isabel Wing, who will be joining us from California. So we've got a lot of time zones covered, a lot of exciting tennis to watch, and I'm just having a look because I've got the sound off, so I'll have to work out what it is. We'll have to see who serves first, but This is going to be an interesting final. I think these two have definitely built up an interesting rivalry. Iga won the last time they played in Stuttgart, and Sabalenka won the time before that in the WTA finals. Both could be very relevant today. And we are joined by our first guest, Ashley Woods. And I did not notice that she was having her breakfast, so I do apologize. The joys of live broadcasting.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Do you want me to take you off the stream while you finish your breakfast, Ash?
No, it is totally fine. I really don't care. You already saw that I had a bit chicken. It's actually lunch because I woke up late. But
hang on. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, it's like 1:30 in the afternoon where you are, right?
No, it's 11:30.
11:30. I've got my maths completely wrong there.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hang on. 5. Yeah, sorry.
I was 6 hours behind you.
You're 6 hours behind, and for some reason I thought it was 7 o'clock. But it is not. And maybe I'm working on Madrid time, which is weird because I'm in the UK.
Hey man.
I don't know. It's been a strange day, but yes, I would say that like this is the perfect thing to watch over your evening meal in Europe or over brunch if you're in the US. Would you agree with that, Ashley?
I would, as I am currently eating McDonald's because once again, I did not eat this morning. So yeah.
Just to clarify to the viewers, we are not sponsored by McDonald's.
We are not. And do we want to be, honestly? Do we want to?
We've gone from promoting their product to questioning whether we actually want their sponsorship. So yeah, I think that's a balanced view on this channel. All right. The players are doing the warm-up. So Ashley, tell us your thoughts. I've said this one's going to be really. I think this is too close to call because this is clay, so it should favour Iga. But the altitude and the way the balls kind of fly through the air up here will definitely favour Sabalenka. And I think that kind of evens it out. So I think we're in for a very close match. What do you think?
Yes, I think it could be closer than it would be on like a surface like in Monte Carlo and possibly even the French. I have not been following too close of attention to Madrid because Madrid always winds up being during finals week here at the university. But I do know that these two have been in some pretty good form this week. So I'm expecting a tight match. I think I want Big Sabs to win because I just always want her to win. But I'm leaning towards Iga. But I really do want Sabs to get another win, another like classic win on her record for this year.
Josh is saying he wants Sabalenka. He thinks Sabalenka will because of experience this tournament. I assume this is because she's won it before in 2021, whereas Iga has only played once before. And I think that was either last 16 quarterfinals, losing to Barty, which you could put down as inexperience or a very good grounding. But obviously she didn't play last year, and Sabalenka wasn't in form last year. So I think Josh has got some good points there.
Yes, I do think Sabalenka has the advantage of like her experience with winning this 2 years ago. Wow, 2021 was 2 years ago. That's crazy. But I really. It's hard for me to bet against Iga, so I'm kind of like, it's like 51-49 for me at the moment. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I would struggle to I would struggle to bet either way. Max is kind of agreeing with you. She reckons that she's hoping Aryna can challenge Iga instead of an easy 2 sets for Iga winning the match. She's also favouring Iga. I think this is going to be an interesting commentary. I think I said this when I discovered that you and I were covering this one. That you're gonna have a nice balanced commentary because you've got both your commentators rooting for different players in this one. So
I'm rooting for fun. I am rooting for a good time.
Hey, so am I. Iga could win in 3.
I mean, is rooting for Iga really rooting for a good time? Because we all know rooting for Iga could mean 6-0, 6-1.
Hey, you know what? So I was watching her semi-final with Jack on the stream, and we were both saying it's still a good time because watching her execute her game is just wonderful tennis.
It's a good time for us, but it's not a good time for anybody else across the net.
It's not a good time for the opponent. It may not be, and it's not a good time for anyone who wants a competitive match. But if you're a tennis purist, it's great to watch. And Sabalenka's going to serve. So she serves towards Iga's body. There's a rally in progress. Iga seems to have a really good hand on the forehand already. Backhand to the Sabalenka backhand. That's a dangerous move. Iga changes direction with the backhand. Forehand into the net from Sabalenka. First point on the return to Iga Swiatek.
Well, that's a heck of a start.
Let me know where you are relative to me, whether you're ahead or behind.
I think I'm slightly behind, but like 5 seconds. Also, I'm going to turn my TV down because I just realized how obnoxiously loud it is.
So we can't hear it, so we're all good. So I'll let you do that while we commentate on the next point. So Sabalenka, not the best start for her. Hey, Ghosty, by the way. Goes up the middle with a serve, misses it. She questions the call, but reluctantly accepts it. So we're into a second serve for Sabalenka. Not the ideal first couple of points for the world number 2, the Australian Open champion, the 2021 Madrid champion. She serves. Getting out wide to the Iga backhand, but Iga gets it, puts the return long. That was makeable.
I lied. I'm like 10, 15 seconds behind you, but that's okay. I can deal with it.
Okay. I think what we will do is I'll describe it and then you can throw out what kind of analysis of the point.
That works for me.
That works for me. I think so. What's going to happen next? Up the middle serve from Sabalenka again, long. She's kind of rotating her shoulder and kind of having to remind herself of the correct service motion. Obviously, that biomechanics. The way she's with a biomechanics specialist, just trying to remember that. Very short second serve from Sabalenka. It then goes to the forehand to Iga's forehand. It goes cross court. Sabalenka goes up there. Iga backhand into the net. It was right by her feet. And again, Iga kind of drawn to the air a bit. It was a little bit too close to her, but maybe a little tight at the start of this final because that was. I do feel like Iga's lost 2 points rather than Sabalenka won them.
Yeah, the rallies are giving very neutral at the beginning of this match, which lends to nerves, but those were 2 points. Iga was in a position where she could have won those. But, hey, can't cry over spilled milk. We move. We move.
We're loving the. Tell you what, going to get some great energy from this stream today. As it's Sabalenka, wrong Russian, has a unreturnable first serve and then has another difficult return serve. Comes in behind it. Iga passes her at the net. 40-30.
Oh yeah. I'm a bit behind. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
American
That's fine.
Wi-Fi.
We'll work out what's happening. I forget it's. I need to talk for 10 seconds longer, but that was a good passing shot. But maybe the approach from Sabalenka was a little bit tentative there.
That wasn't a good approach, but that was also a very good passing shot from Iga. Iga's passing shots are just some of the best of the best.
A lot of Iga's shots are the best of the best.
All right, Nick. All right.
Maybe I will give Sabalenka the backhand. Her backhand is absolutely awesome.
Wow, like literally half the tour has good backhand.
On the women's side, yeah. Second serve from Sabalenka is punished on the return by a big forehand winner from Iga, who takes it this first opening game to deuce. And this is a little scoreboard taking a little bit of a while to update. If this persists, I might change it up a little bit. Ash has had to go for the moment. We'll continue with it though. I can see your comments coming in, Ghost and Max, and I will come to them in a minute. But we are in a very, very tight spot again. Sabalenka misses the first serve. Ashley is back. Sorry about that.
I just hit the cam button when I was grabbing my phone, and I wasn't trying to disappear. I really wasn't.
Okay.
I just grabbed my phone, and my phone hit my thing, and my cursor was hovering over the stop cam.
Sabalenka had a let on the first serve, misses the second attempt of the first serve. With 4 minutes in, and this is very, very tense already for both. Sabalenka again gets the second serve in play. Iga backhand looped up and out. Advantage Sabalenka. And I do feel like that if this match feels a little bit on Iga's racket at the minute, but if Sabalenka gets into a rhythm, Iga may regret not taking advantage early on.
Yeah, Iga had a couple of chances to take advantage, but she'll find a way to get more opportunities. I'm sure Sabalenka will figure out a way to give Iga more opportunities, especially with how her serve is looking so far in this first game.
Yeah, it's been very patchy, but I'm expecting to find a rhythm. Backhand back into play from Iga. And then Sabalenka attacks the Iga backhand. They're going backhand to the backhand of the minute, but Iga's on the stretch. Sabalenka tries to change direction. The backhand goes long and hangs her head. She's missed it. It's back to deuce.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Good point from Ghost. She does have a history of starting slow. Sometimes Sabalenka, but she usually gets through it.
Sometimes Sabalenka starts slow. Sometimes.
Hey, always starts slow.
Okay, we're not going to do always. We'll say like 85.2% of the time.
I'm very pleased with that exact nature of that stat. Sabalenka's attacking Iga with her backhand, and Iga eventually goes long. That was a much more positive point from Sabalenka, putting Swiatek under pressure, and Sabalenka now has the advantage again. Yeah, where the scoreboard's a little bit off, don't worry, we'll keep with it. May have to do something slightly different, but I will update after this game. Yeah, like the video if you're enjoying it. Backhand back into play for me again. Sabalenka hits a backhand winner, changing direction. That's more like the Sabalenka we recognise. She gets more and more positive as this game went on. She holds. No break points faced. Tough early game.
Thank God. Thank God. No break points faced.
Getting through that, right?
Thank God we got through that because she was scaring me a little bit.
John's predicting.
You know, I'm always scared anytime Sabalenka decides to serve first. Or I don't think she decided. I just like, whenever she serves first, because I'm just like, I'm a little scared. But it's okay. We're going to fix the scoreboard. So let's hear it. And you're not like 3 points behind. Yeah,
that'll be helpful. By the way, a couple of things from earlier. Ghost is talking about Natalia Zibiako's YouTube channel. I think that's Daria Kasatkina's girlfriend, possibly. And then Max is saying that she's watching the tennis instead of going to a 12-hour music festival.
Wow. That's a super fan right there. Wow. Okay. I mean, what kind of music is at this festival? Now I'm curious.
Yeah, Max, tell us, what kind of music festival goes on for 12 hours?
I mean, there's Coachella, and Coachella goes on all day, and there's Lollapalooza that goes on all day. But like, those are like general music. And I think Coachella's over. So, and Lollapalooza's in the middle of the summer, so. All right.
Fixing the scoreboard at the minute. It's currently 15-love to Swiatek in her opening service game. This is the second game of the match. Well, come here to Ashley's musical tennis numbers.
I'm behind. I can't do play-by-play.
That's fine. I wasn't expecting you to. Sabalenka, great backhand return in play. Again, putting the Iga Swiatek backhand under pressure and Iga nets. It's 15-all. Apparently, Max is a big music fan. Yes, Jane, the Sabalenka speech is going to be a highlight regardless of the result of the match.
That's so real, honestly.
I need to stop going to you when you've got food in your mouth.
Listen, one, I'm slightly hungover, so I need to eat. Two, most times on this stream I am eating. I'm just very strategic about it, and y'all caught me today, so I'm just not going to be strategic about it anymore.
Ashley, we need to convince people that we're professionals here.
I have never tried to convince anybody that I'm a professional.
Says the woman who works who writes for however many different things.
Okay, that's crazy. You have to put my resume out there like that. But
I just hyped you as like up and coming sports journalist before you joined the stream.
You know, that's kind of true. But also, I never advocated myself as a professional. Look at half of my sports analysis. It's a bunch of memes. Like, be serious. It's a bunch of, like, I'm just like, that's crazy. And move on.
Yep. Well, look, it's very similar analysis to its style of analysis to Isabel's, which is objectifying any male player on the tour.
That's so crazy.
I would say that to her face when she's on the stream as well, and she would laugh.
I mean, she's not going to disagree. She can't. She can't disagree. Her name on Twitter is literally the tennis slut. She can't disagree. The odds are against her.
It's 40-15, by the way. Iga Swiatek's first serve kind of ballooned long, though. This is like, she's clearly feeling a little bit nervous, Swiatek. Second serve, very short. Sabalenka attacks it. Backhand Iga Swiatek to the Sabalenka backhand. They're training backhands. Iga tries to go aggressive, but Sabalenka ups the ante with her backhand. Now she's upping again, but goes way wide, and it's game Iga Swiatek.
Well, there's still a chance the bakery could still be open. You know, breadsticks are baked in a bakery, you know.
I think a bakery is going to be unlikely.
I don't want it to happen. I am praying to every deity and every god under the sun that it doesn't happen at all today. But, you know, I don't know what Sabalenka I'm getting today. So
I think we're going to get the Sabalenka that we're used to seeing from 2023.
I hope so, man. I really do.
Anyway,
that's what I'm hoping for, because, man, there was a time where I wasn't a Sabalenka fan, and now I am, and I'm realizing how stressful this is.
It's more stressful being an Iga fan than you think.
Stressful and Iga should not be in the same vicinity of each other. They don't even know each other. They don't even know that they exist. Like, I don't want to hear it.
We can agree to disagree on this one. I need to get an actual Polish fan on the show, because when I commentate on Damien, he's not an Iga fan. With Damien, he's not an Iga fan. So I'm like, well,
we're gonna get an actual. You're gonna get you a pal, dude. We're gonna get you a nice little Iga fan, so y'all can fangirl about Iga together. And I sound like I'm an Iga hater. I'm really not. I am neutral on Iga. I'm very like in the middle. I'm like, yeah. What got me on the Sabalenka bus? I don't know. I just one day I was just like, I think I'm gonna follow Sabalenka. A lot of the people that I know on tennis Twitter are Sabalenka fans, and so I'm just like, normally I wouldn't seek out her matches, and then like in 2021, 2022, I started watching her a little bit more. And I think she's hilarious, like off the court, like all of her comments and stuff like that. And I just was like, okay, I followed her. And then I backed her to win the Australian Open this year. So I really had to be like, I had to hone it in like that. I'm rooting for Sabalenka. And so since she's won the Australian Open, I can't be like, all right, I'm a fake fan. I'm not going to cheer for her no more. I am fully in the camp. I've never disliked Sabalenka. I've just never been like a huge Sabalenka fan, but I've always appreciated her tennis. Even when it's sometimes scary.
There's a lot of tennis to appreciate, as she's kind of barnstormed her way to the 40 love, and I thought that was a winner there, but she's just gone wide, trying to go for like a around the net post backhand winner. Missed it, 40-15, but still, yeah, she's controlled this service game so far. So yeah, she's in a good position. I'll talk us through this point because it's a change of ends probably very, very shortly. And Sabalenka goes up the middle and it's an ace. Game Sabalenka, change of ends. Yeah, no breadsticks this set.
Thank God.
It could be a breadsticks Sabalenka.
Yes. That was the service game that we needed to see from Sabalenka after, I think it was like a 5-minute hold for her first service game. So seeing that, yeah, super excited. I am absolutely, I don't sound like it, but once again, I am slightly hungover. I am super excited to see that she, kind of got her nerves under control and she started controlling the rallies and her power a little bit. So let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes.
Whilst we're waiting for a change of ends, this comment from Max has got a chat about rock and roll and pop and the difference between them going on in the chat.
Pop music is just popular music.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there are elements. I don't feel like getting into music theory right now. There are like elements to pop music that make it pop music, but like pop music is just popular music. It's mainstream. What's the music that people are listening to the most? Rock and roll. I mean, like, you got rock has so many different genres. You got, metal. You got screamo. You got technically R&B is a subsection of rock, but I don't want to get in the microcosms of that shit right now.
I feel like that this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame that's getting discussed is increasingly becoming a pop music Hall of Fame. But looking at like other inductees that Max has mentioned in the chat, such as Missy Elliott and Eurythmics.
Missy Elliott, love her, icon. But she's a rapper. But anyway,
yeah, there's definitely a pop music. They should rename it the pop music.
Well, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has always been like it hasn't always been exclusively rock and roll. Like, I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson's inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he's regarded as the king of pop. And there are other pop artists like, isn't Stevie Nicks? Well, I guess you could argue that she's more rock than pop. But
with her work with Fleetwood Mac, yeah.
So, but once again, I don't feel like getting in that argument right now.
No, and anyway, we're talking tennis, not talking music. It's current opening point of the next service game, and Swiatek is being bossed around by Sabalenka until Sabalenka is annoyed to push a forehand long, trying to go back behind Swiatek, who was definitely on the defense in that point. And it's 15-love to the pole. We will be having an additional commentator coming in the next minute or so, because I am not going to do the thing where I did, where I put you on the stream straight away and you had a mouthful of burger. So
chicken sandwich.
I'm going to be nicer to our third commentator than to you, and learn from my mistakes. As Sabalenka puts a forehand into the net, again breaking down during the rally and making the unforced error and giving Iga Swiatek a 30-love lead. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Isabel Wing. Isabel, how you doing?
Hey guys.
Hello.
I'm fine.
It's been a while. Have you been enjoying Madrid?
This is the first match I've seen of this tournament.
Real.
Yeah. I've been working a lot, so haven't been able to catch any of it.
To be fair, it's all good work from the look of it. So
yeah.
Funny enough, we've just been not to embarrass you or anything, but like that we've been actually chatting about music, not you specifically, but there's been a lot of music chat. Apparently, Max is deciding to watch the tennis instead of going to a 12-hour music festival.
Oh.
So
cool.
Here we go. Swiatek just hit a forehand winner for 40-love. Currently going with serve. Yeah, Isabel, how are you, before the start of this match, how are you seeing this one going? Are you willing to call it either way? I'm kind of saying it's too close to call at the minute.
I mean, I think it's a safe bet to say Iga's going to win, with a clay tournament. but I haven't really seen much of how anyone's been playing so far. So, I mean, perhaps it is too close to call. I don't know how Sabalenka usually is on clay. But I think picking Iga is a good bet always.
Yeah, I think so. It depends on the clay. So Roland Garros, she's never been past the third round. She is in semi-finals in Rome, but that's slower clay court conditions than Madrid. She's won Madrid before 2 years ago, beat Barty in the final. And the atmosphere means she's got a bit more, she can hit through the ball more like she can on a hard court. So it kind of neutralizes any disadvantages that clay kind of gives her with her game. Having said that, it's Iga Swiatek, it's clay. This is the second time she's played Madrid. And the last time she played it was a narrow loss to Ash Barty. So, that's why I'm saying, like, Iga's going to be more comfortable moving. Sabalenka's going to be able to use her power a lot more than maybe other clay court events allow her to.
Interesting.
There's a, I feel like we need to, I think we need to, Ghost has made a massive assumption. So I don't know how much of this you've been watching so far this year, but this stream. But Ashley has confessed to being slightly hungover. And Ghost is now suggesting that you might be as well, but you have given no indication that this is the truth.
I'm not hungover, but I did have to work a show last night until about 11:30 p.m. So if I look tired, it's because of work. It's not because I'm hungover.
Yeah, I'm the only one that's hungover here. Isabel is tired, and Nick is just, bouncing with joy.
I'm just bringing. Hey, look, it's not the morning for me. It is 6 o'clock in the evening, whereas I assume it's 10 a.m. for you, Isabel.
Yeah.
This is a match to enjoy over breakfast if you're in the US right now, or brunch,
or McDonald's.
Short of suggesting that apparently that everyone is drinking on stream and talking tennis. If that's what we're doing, then I need to relax. Clearly,
the only thing I'm drinking right now is a Coke and a water because I need the water for the electrolytes. Essentia. We're not sponsored by this brand.
We're not sponsored
again, but this water slaps.
we are not sponsored by Ashley's water. We are not sponsored by Ashley's breakfast.
No, not at all.
If only we had sponsors, that would be so much fun.
It'd be great.
It'd be great.
If anyone does want to sponsor us, please get in touch. I'm sure John will accept. Will be willing to talk to a lot of you. And if he's not, then I am. I can't talk for him.
Not you trying to take over. That's crazy.
The coup begins. No. Sabalenka just held to love, by the way, for those who actually want to know what's going on in the tennis. I am massively behind on the score, so I need to update that on this change of ends. But yeah, so far, I would say right now, after that slightly shaky start from Sabalenka, it's probably the Belarusian who's looking a little bit more confident at the minute.
We love to see it. Yeah.
Are you rooting for either of the players, Isabel, or are you being neutral on this one?
I mean, I don't really have my heart isn't with either one of them, but I do like Iga a lot. So in the end, I'll probably root for her. When does the French Open start?
French Open starts at the end of May. So I think it's 2 weeks in row. So next 2 weeks is Rome. Then there's a week of 250s, and then the French starts. So, yeah, I think the French Open starts in 3 weeks.
Rome is also now a 2-week tournament?
Yeah, Rome is now a 2-week tournament.
That's... Okay, cool. Wow. Everything's want to be a Grand Slam nowadays. Also.
Everyone's like, look, who doesn't want to... Like, I can see why. I do think it's overkill. On the other hand, it means there's less chances of me missing matches. So pros and cons, I guess.
Cons and pros.
Indeed. Indeed. It depends on whether you're a glass half full or a glass half empty person, or a bottle half full and a bottle half empty person.
All right. Once again, not sponsored, but I will turn... Well, the labels are on both sides, so we just... Okay. It's purified water, guys. So great. It's also like a quart. It's a big bottle. It's like
Well, anyway, we've got some great energy in the stream. As Sabalenka hits a forehand winner, and it's love 30 on the Swiatek serve. Big. What was that, Isabel? Sorry?
I said I do love Iga's outfit. It's stellar.
Yeah.
Is she with she signed a new deal with a new company. What is it now?
On Running, which is Roger Federer's company, I think.
Oh wow.
Ben Shelton's also with them. Like Iga Swiatek and Ben Shelton are the only two tennis people.
I just started reading that new Roger Federer book that came out a few months ago.
Oh yeah.
And I was reading it at work yesterday, which is funny because I work in theater, so all these theater people were walking by me and being like, "What are you reading? Are you reading a book on Federer?"
This is sports? Yeah. What is that?
Yeah.
I still need to get around to. I haven't got it yet. I need to read it. But obviously, John interviewed the two authors of that book. It was a great interview.
Yeah. It's very good. I like it so far.
Great rally from Iga to get to 15:30, pummeling Sabalenka. That's more like the Swiatek that we've been used to seeing in the, sort of the latter stage of this tournament, complete dictating until Sabalenka eventually goes long with the backhand. So the fight back in the game is on for Swiatek, who then puts the first 7 to the net. Never mind.
Hey now, she has another serve.
He does have another serve, but it's the Swiatek second serve, which is just not as effective as the first, which has got a lot more pop on it now. A little more power. She serves the second serve. The Sabalenka backhand, it goes cross court, Swiatek. Sabalenka tries to put the backhand up the line, goes off the top of that. Iga hits the forehand, goes way out, and it's 15:40. 2 break points for Aryna Sabalenka.
Oh, dear.
Ooh, scary. She Sabalenka got a little help from the net there, I think.
Definitely.
She hit the net, which we'll take it. Hey, we'll take it. Take it where we can get it.
Yeah, this is going to be a fascinating next couple of points, or maybe single point. Who knows? Swiatek first serve is in play. Sabalenka return in. Iga goes up the line with a forehand. Sabalenka again on the defense. Forehand winner from Iga Swiatek right in the corner. 30-40. First break point saved.
Well.
Yeah, big gutsy play from Iga Swiatek, trying to dictate with the forehand, going a bit more aggressive now. She kind of needs to, really. She's been a little bit too passive so far this match. Get to your questions in a minute after this kind of tense moment is out of the way. Break point number 2. Swiatek abandons the ball toss. Gets ready to try serving again. Serves out wide. As Sabalenka, big return. Backhand, Sabalenka out. Deuce. Pull the backhand wide. Overhit it. To answer your questions, Sean and Ghost, because Ghost is asking the same thing. Is John Silk going to be in any other tournaments this year? We hope so. He's not going to Rome. We didn't get into Rome. We're probably not going to be able to get into Roland Garros either. But he's going to apply for every tournament he possibly can. And if he can't make it, then we'll see if one of us others can make it. But which will be good fun. But yeah, I know his updates have been very welcome from Barcelona and Madrid, and we'll definitely hope we can get it. So Deuce, 28 minutes into the match. Deuce in the 6th game of the match. Sabalenka rocket return. Now dictated with the tries to take it with a forehand, but that return was way beyond the baseline, and it's an advantage to Swiatek. And it's just some overhitting from Sabalenka, letting her down a little bit in this game. Kind of like the inverse of what was happening kind of at the beginning of the match, where Swiatek could have broken, was overhitting a little bit. Otherwise, I think she could have been a break-up if a couple of points had gone differently in that opening service game. And now Swiatek has advantage to hold for 3 games all. This is definitely Very finely poised match. Swiatek goes for up the line, up the middle, up the tee. They're going to a backhand cross-court rally. Sabalenka goes long, up with the backhand, very long, and it's 3 games all. Whew. Ashley will be right back. Yeah, that's definitely a one. Got some lovely lyrics from Max. Yep, I would say that's appropriate with all the spin Iga plays with. On another musical question, Ghost is asking, how off-Broadway are you? Which I have no idea what that means.
About
maybe
3,900 miles. Off-Broadway is it's like a term for theater productions that are not on Broadway, which is like the mainstream strip of theaters in New York. But given that I live in California, I'm about 4,000 miles away. So pretty off.
Okay. Well, I don't know what the California equivalent is. Again,
there really isn't one.
Yeah. Well, it looked like you would know. Talking Tennis going to Vancouver for the Labour Cup? Don't know. I'm sure John's applied, but at the minute we're not able to confirm anything more than a few weeks in advance of whatever event we're going to. Sabalenka hits a sort of half smash at the net to go 30 love up, kind of coming in behind shots. So kind of already moving on for the disappointment of not breaking in the previous Swiatek service game.
I'd love to actually go to the Labour Cup since Vancouver isn't crazy far from here, but it's so expensive that I don't know who can afford to go to that tournament.
Wait, which side of Canada is Vancouver on? I'm sorry, my geography is slipping me at the moment.
It's on the West Coast, so it's right above Seattle.
Okay, awesome.
So it's more or less north for you if you travel.
Yeah,
how
it's
many hours
like a
to get
2-hour flight. But
that's not bad at all.
But the Labour Cup is so expensive.
The cheapest part of that trip would literally be the flight.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And Vancouver's an expensive city already, so like finding accommodation would be crazy. But I don't know who can afford to go to that tournament, and I would love to go at some point. But
I thought, to be honest, I thought it was in like another European country. I didn't realize it was in Canada, but I realized it was. Was it in Europe last year?
Yeah, so it was in London last year.
Like I wanted to go, especially since it was like potentially Federer was going to be there.
Yeah, I looked into going too.
And then I was like, I cannot afford to go. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they do the whole like Team Europe, Team World. They alternate between the city for each side. I couldn't
between
remember.
Europe and the world.
Yeah, I was gonna go to Boston. I think when it was the COVID year, I think they were supposed to be in Boston.
Yeah.
But then COVID happened, so that shut everything down. So because I can swing Boston, I can't swing Vancouver. Can't do that.
The cheapest ticket for the London match was like $1,300 or something. And that was going to be like, way up in the stands, not actually able to see much.
That just hurt my heart.
What's the point?
That hurt my heart. Which is crazy because I went to the U.S. Open last year, and I think my ticket, we got a day session ticket on Labor Day weekend, and my ticket before fees was like $250. And so we had all access grounds stuff, like we got an Arthur Ashe during the day, and we also got into Louis Armstrong at night. I was like, this is great. For $250, I watched a whole bunch of tennis that you see. And I actually got good seats. Listen, I actually got good seats. But it was, man, think about paying $1,300 to just get in the door and to sit up at the top is just crazy to me.
It's just ludicrous.
So, especially as someone who doesn't pay for sporting tickets often, like I haven't paid. This next year will be the first time I paid for a football ticket since I came down to the University of Alabama. And I'm like, I don't pay for these things often. It's not like I'm robbing people. I either work at the events or I'm covering the event, so I don't have to pay. So sports prices are crazy. I was like, God. One of these
I think
days
I'm going to try and make the U.S. Open this year.
It's a fun time. Spent $22 on a drink, which I wasn't a fan of, but
Yeah.
It was a fun time. Like, the honeydew is good, but it's really just strawberry lemonade with a splash of vodka in it. And I think we paid $22 for the cup, which I no longer have because it broke. So it's not dishwasher safe, guys. It says it on the bottom. It is not dishwasher safe.
If you take anything from this stream, that is the thing to take away.
It's not dishwasher safe. I came out like half the cup was just melted, and I was like, "Well, all right, I'm buying a new one though."
Okay, we are off the change of ends, and Swiatek is 15 love up, having forced Sabalenka into an error in the first point of this service game. First service in play. They're going backhand to backhand. Sabalenka changes direction. Iga Swiatek goes cross court. Sabalenka attacks, going up the line with a forehand. Iga somehow scrambles that back in. Inside out forehand winner from Sabalenka to make it 15 all. Great from Sabalenka. She's definitely able to use her power to put Iga on the defense. And is definitely making life hard for the Pole at the minute. This might be a really hard-fought clay court final for Swiatek.
I really appreciate how Sabalenka is constructing the rallies at points in this match. I feel like sometimes when people play Iga, they try to go more neutral, but
I have to show this comment from Jane. I thank you. I thank you.
There's always one of us like that.
There's always one of us. Most times when it's me and Nick, it's always Nick, and I'm just here for the vibes.
So I was thinking it was going to have to be Isabel to get us back on track, because there was a danger of this stream being an Iga Swiatek fan arguing with an Aryna Sabalenka fan during the entire match.
I wouldn't have argued.
I am the sort of the neutral party.
I'm over exaggerating for effect, Ashley.
Okay, well,
I know we don't hate each other really.
Oh Lord! As I was saying,
I always have a good time. I always have a good time commentating with you. This is like the energy you bring is fantastic, and I think it makes the stream incredibly fun for everyone involved.
The energy of me being hungover and trying to keep my life back together.
I'm not really noticing difference between hungover energy and your regular energy.
Yeah, true. I can't either.
Well, I'm literally the same person drunk. I'm just like, when I'm drunk, I'm just chill. I'll just sit there in the back and be like, nothing. But anyway, that's what I was saying earlier.
Sabalenka has a break point.
Sabalenka.
Two, in fact. Swiatek put a backhand into the net, and it's another danger point for Swiatek, who's definitely feeling a little bit more pressure at this point in the match. So I don't know why Max is trying to get a Kelly Clarkson song in there, but sure. But like, if you manage to do it, please share, because that'd be brilliant. Swiatek serves, goes long on the first serve on this break point. What's going to happen? This is a critical moment. It's probably going to be a very short second serve, attackable for Sabalenka. But let's see how it plays out. Sabalenka gets the forehand into play. They're going forehand to forehand. Sabalenka goes up the line. Cross court from Swiatek on the attack. Sabalenka was a bit neutral. Sabalenka now gets the forehand into play. Backhand from Swiatek. Sabalenka goes up the line with the backhand. Cross court forehand from Swiatek. Sabalenka changes direction with her forehand. They're moving each other around right now. Sabalenka tries to get up the line and puts it in the tram line on the backhand. Just dragged it to the left a little bit too much.
You know, she dragged it a little bit too left, but I appreciate how she's trying to construct these rally points and not give Iga too many balls in the middle, because too many shots down the middle. Because sometimes when you give Iga a lot of neutral rally balls, she's going to pummel them either cross court or down the line. Her forehand is just way too powerful to be doing that. So I appreciate that she's going end to end and trying to move Iga and see if she can create some different angles and different looks.
And it's worked because if Swiatek's pulled her backhand too wide, and it's game to Sabalenka, who will now serve for this first set.
Not the outcome I was expecting.
Neither am I. Neither was I, but I'm here for it. Now we're just going to pray that Sabalenka doesn't have too many difficulties on this serve. Because, Lord.
It's interesting, actually. Pre-tournament, most people in the popcorn talking tennis community, were predicting Sabalenka to win it, and hardly anyone was going for Iga pre-tournament. As the tournament progressed, it seems to change, but Sabalenka definitely seems to be making most of the conditions and forces an error from Swiatek in the opening point of this game.
Did I do it? No, I didn't do a fantasy bracket for this tournament. I haven't done a fantasy bracket since Australia.
Not many of us do bother with the Masters, but like I do. But like we've already got results. Like Vancha's won the men's and Hanya's won the WTA bracket because she was the only one of us who actually predicts the Swiatek Sabalenka final.
Yes, the Hanya, love her, icon. Carrying the torch.
I've been so out of the loop lately.
Oh yeah, like
I've been so out of the popcorn group chat. I apologize. I had no idea any of this was going on.
It's all right. We weren't talking about it. I just watch all these results like a hawk because I enjoy competition. I like pitting you all against each other.
That's crazy.
Ghost is asking what are popcorn tennis people?
I mean, popcorn tennis. So it's the group of us who at some point in our lives contributed articles to popcorn tennis, of which the three of us have done at various points. You will also have seen, I think, Jack Edwards, part of the community, who you've seen on the show, Jethro, Vanch, Owen, who's been on a couple of times. And it's basically, if you want some like long form tennis, written tennis analysis, it's a great site to check out.
Don't read any of my articles, though, if you're looking for a long form, because I'm pretty sure both of mine are like 700 words max. Well, no, one of them was definitely 500 words.
But
I agree.
The cool thing about popcorn tennis is that we all have very nuanced opinions.
Yes.
I think you get to hear a lot of points that you don't get from like professional tennis commentators. You don't see that kind of stuff on television. You know, that's not what the McEnroe brothers are talking about. So it's good perspective if anyone out there is looking for that.
Yeah, definitely if you want an alternative perspective. Update on the match. Sabalenka easily held to take the first set 6-3. This is going to have to be a comeback for Iga Swiatek. Jack and I were saying on the semi-final commentary of her match against Kudermetova that we were looking to see if Iga can scrap out a win. This is going to have to be an opportunity for her to show that she can do that. I mean, or at least scrap it out more often, get a big win that way. Because often when she goes behind, she kind of gives up. Jack was a little concerned that she might be undercooked given how easy her last couple of matches have been. The match is definitely not over yet, but its momentum is very, very much with Aryna Sabalenka. Ashley, what were your thoughts on that set?
First of all, undercooked is such a great way to describe that. Shout out to Jack. I think, I mentioned it earlier. It really just goes back to Sabalenka constructing the points throughout that entire set. Yeah, she had a first service game was very shaky. Of course, obviously nerves going into that match. You know, it's a final. You know, you've won this tournament before, so you know how to win it, but you're experiencing some nerves at the beginning because it's 1v2. But as soon as she kind of worked her way through that game, she started constructing her points a little bit better, using her power to get herself out of some tough situations. And there were some times where she was did a little too much. But I think the way that she constructed her rallies and used her power was really smart. And on Iga's side, a lot of weird errors. I know, I don't know if she's hitting the ball cleanly, like, because a lot of her balls are going low into the net. So I don't know if she's hitting cleanly in her strike zone, which is weird because Iga's very good about, even when she is struggling, she's really good about like getting into her strike zone and getting those balls across the net. But she's hitting the balls low, and then she's getting them all over the net. They're wide, and it's like these are weird errors from her. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes in the second set. I think Iga could raise her level a little bit in the second set. That I can foresee that happening.
She's definitely capable of it. There is a level 2 raised too. I completely agree. There has been some weird errors, and there's only been a couple of rallies where she's not. She's shown her full ability to dictate, and some of it is because obviously she might be struggling a little bit with the power of Sabalenka. Yeah, that would be. That could I agree with you. I think she may well bring a little bit extra this set. Isabel, what do you think of what you've seen so far?
I'm a little surprised that Iga dropped a set, but it's not something I haven't seen before, even on clay. So I'm not gonna count her out of this match just yet, but I agree that our Sabalenka did construct those points really well and kind of hit to Iga's weakness a little more than I expected her to. So I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, none of us are ruling Iga Swiatek out. For those who are wondering where the action is, Swiatek is currently off court. Sabalenka taking some practice serves. Swiatek taking the opportunity to kind of do a little bit of a reset. I don't think any of us are writing Iga off now, right now. But and I think she does like to take the first set, but she can fight back. She fought back against Sabalenka in the US Open semi-final, probably what was one of the best victories of her career, arguably so far.
She doesn't have too many 3-set wins, does she, Iga?
No. Jack and I were talking about this. Not comparably.
Interesting. Oh, like that's not a. I'm not trying to slight Iga in any sense of the matter. Like. No. The situation.
But no, it is something that I've noticed as well, that it's not something we think of her scrapping out a win in 3.
Right.
Like I was saying that even the greatest of all time, Serena Williams, had her days where she had to do that.
Right. I mean, like those 3-set matches where she has to scrap it out will come soon enough. It literally could be in the next hour and a half. So, it's just interesting that like we're not used to seeing her in this position, even though she's been the world number 1 for like a year now, which is crazy.
It goes to show how hard she is. Go on, sorry.
It goes
Ashley, answer your question.
Yeah, to your question. I mean, Sabalenka has been in good form all year, and I think beating the world number 1 just confirms that you're in decent form. Especially on a surface that she's really good at. Granted, it is Madrid. It's the altitude is a little bit better, so it favors Sabalenka just a little bit more. But when you beat the world number 1 en route to a title, it's always just a good thing to have on your resume for the year. I don't think it means too much in the grand scheme of things as far as like Roland Garros and stuff like that, but it is definitely a good win for Sabalenka to have this year.
Yeah, I would agree with you, Ashley. I think it's Madrid. We can't read too much into it. It's different. It's a different type of clay. If this was the Rome final, different story. But we've seen Sabalenka beat the defending Roland Garros champion in a Madrid final before in 2021. Well, okay, Barty wasn't the defending champion. Swiatek was. But Barty didn't play in 2020. So it was like they had 2 defending champions going to Roland Garros. Barty was the informed clay court player. Sabalenka beat her in a Madrid final, then crashed out in the 3rd round of Roland Garros. It's very different clay, very different conditions. Big picture, I would say it's just, I wouldn't read too much into clay. It probably could suggest that when we get onto hard, the advantage is definitely going to be swinging Sabalenka's way. Big backhand from Swiatek, but Sabalenka somehow scrambles that back in, attacks again on the backhand, cross court, changes direction on the forehand. Sabalenka reaches it. Sabalenka's got herself back into this. Swiatek goes again, backhand. Sabalenka has to loop that up, and it's long. 40 love in this opening service game of this set. I definitely don't think Madrid would erase Stuttgart again for the reasons that the conditions are completely different. And it sets up Sabalenka being in very, very good form. I don't think it makes her the favourite over Iga at Roland Garros. Max talking about Tatiana Golovin and what would have happened if she didn't have a back injury. I think I've watched her play a couple of times. She is quite good. We're into a rally now at the minute. They're going cross court on the forehand. Iga Swiatek goes up the line. Sabalenka on the defense with the backhand. Iga nets her forehand, being control of the rally, and it's 40-15. Little bit tight there. That was a point that again I would normally expect Swiatek to be winning, which is interesting, Isabel.
Sorry, I was having a grocery discussion.
Grocery discussion. That's fine.
I'm not. Iga doesn't look particularly happy with her own game at the moment. I'm a little worried.
Yeah, she has held with an unreturnable serve, which is good. I agree. I don't want one person dominating, even though I am a fan of the person who is currently out front. But I can't say that Iga's dominant right now anymore. Not in 2023. I think there's too many other factors in there. And I think if Sabalenka wins, regardless of whether Sabalenka wins or loses, it's not a sign of Swiatek dominance. Except maybe on clay. But hey, we've been used to Nadal dominance on clay.
Yeah. Do you think Nadal is going to do well at the French Open if he even plays?
Nadal fan, Ashley?
Ooh, Lord. I am hesitant to bet against Nadal because, he won the 2020 French Open with one match under his belt. But this is a different situation. Like, he's coming back from an injury. You want playing time going into an event you're literally defending. And like 2020 was interrupted because of COVID, so he was forced to sit down and not do any matches and stuff like that. This time around, it's like he's been feeling better, but he hasn't been feeling well enough to play matches. So I'm a little worried, especially since, is he out of the top 10? Or is he still in the top 10?
He's out of the top 10.
Out of the top 10? Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, right. Because that streak ended. So he's going to be seeing some C's a little bit earlier than he wants to because of that. Which could, I'm not going to bet against Nadal against too many people on clay, regardless of form. But it's going to be very tricky for him, just given the fact that he's no longer in the top 10.
Yeah, I'm just having a look it up now. At the minute, if the last couple of years are going to show anything, he's going to end up playing Novak Djokovic in the round of 16, which he probably wouldn't, which would be a tough one. Nadal's live ranking, so this is live ranking, this is what it'll be on Monday, is 14.
4-0?
1-4.
Or 14. Oh, 14.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, dang, I don't think he lost that many points.
No. He's got 2,535.
Okay, well,
which if he didn't play Roland Garros, that would drop him at the top 100.
That's a fat yikes.
2,000 points.
That's a fat yikes. That's
I think he will play.
Yeah, he's going to play.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason he hasn't been playing any of the clay tournaments so far is because he just is trying to save himself for Roland Garros. But I'll be really surprised if he gets to the round of 16.
I think he probably will. It depends a lot on his draw and who he gets. If he gets an informed guy who's going to or like a Robin Soderling-esque situation in the third round, maybe. But it's Nadal. He's never not gone beyond the fourth round of Roland Garros, even with an injury. Okay, got to the third round in 2016, but he pulled out with an injury. But yeah, he's not lost lost a match point before that stage. So I would back him to get to the fourth round, and then it really depends on which seed he gets in that fourth round. By which point it depends on his fitness and whether that's going to be enough to play him into form. There's a lot of question marks about Nadal. Never rule him out of Roland Garros. By the way, going back to this match, we are in an interesting situation because it's 30-all on the Sabalenka serve. And again, opening service game of a set for the Belarusian is a little bit tight. It's a little bit tight. So let's see how this point plays out. 30-all, first serve in play. Swiatek gets her return into play, though. Sabalenka attacks the forehand. Swiatek has to chop the forehand backhand back into play, but it's really short. Sabalenka just finishes it with a smash. The ball bounces into the stands. It was that powerful. And it's 40-30 to Sabalenka. I appreciate it's a couple of... I'm about 10 seconds ahead. But yeah, that was a big forehand. Swiatek couldn't do much with it. And Sabalenka just could do whatever she wanted with that shot. And yeah, too good from Sabalenka. Maybe too early to get excited. But let's see how she plays out this point. Sabalenka goes long with the first serve. Goes long. Second serve at 40-30. Swiatek. It's very hard to read her expression at the minute. She does look focused more than frustrated. Keen to try and fight her way back into this match. Second serve into play. Swiatek on the backhand. First forehand long from Sabalenka. We're at deuce. So we are, again, very tight. Opening service game of the set. Last time this happened in the first set, we ended up with Sabalenka narrowly holding. No break, hasn't had to face break points yet, Sabalenka, in this match. I can hear someone in someone's kitchen.
Me. Sorry.
Is that your dad? Are we finally going to get him on the stream?
No, he is on a boat somewhere. It's my mother today.
Okay.
I would love to be on a boat somewhere. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, Ghost is asking if you're living in a coffee shop.
A coffee shop is crazy.
With how many ways that we have to make coffee in this house, it is essentially a coffee shop.
That's hilarious.
You know what? You might need a bit of a pick-me-up. Aryna Sabalenka. She's break point down. Swiatek hit a wonderful forehand winner cross court and sets up her first break point of the match. Max, this sounds like a lovely idea. Not entirely sure how that would go.
I'll pass things. I don't really like large open bodies of water.
Oh, Sabalenka nets. Sabalenka nets on the forehand, trying to deal with a Swiatek forehand. She went up the line, but the ball went into the middle of the net, and Swiatek breaks early in the second set.
Well, I didn't expect the raise.
John is commenting from the stadium, saying Iga's reading the Sabalenka serve well. Did either of you notice that? I didn't, I must say, but that's a good spot for John if he has.
I think she is getting a better read on the serve. I also just think her first ball after return, so that the second shot that she hits, she's being a little bit better about where she places that ball as well. So it's a combination of both. I kind of saw it towards the end of the set that she was getting a little bit better, but by that point, Sabalenka had already signed, sealed, and delivered the first set. So it's just kind of carrying over. Also, technically, I would love to go on a cruise. I technically owe Nick an adventure because he's apparently never been outside the city of London in his life.
No, that's a lie. I've been to the Dominican Republic. That's the only time I've left the UK.
Oh my God. You need to get out. You're worse than me. You are you need to go out and explore.
Tell you what, if you come to London, I will go to New York.
Okay, well, that's a hard task for me. But we'll see.
This is why I'm saying that.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So you don't want to meet me in person. That's so crazy.
I do want to meet you in person, Ashley.
That's crazy.
I need this energy in my life.
What energy? Oh, God. Yeah, what were you doing in the Dominican Republic? Because that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's a long story, and it's not worth explaining.
Oh, well, I hope you had fun. And if not, I'm sorry.
I went with work. I'll just say that.
Oh, oof.
Well,
we didn't do a lot of work with any work when we were over there.
Iga just had an easy hold at 40 love for 3-love in this second set.
Thank you for bringing this back on track.
Yeah, thank you for being the professional one, Isabel.
Thank you. Thank
we
you.
needed that.
Shout out to Isabel, the real professional here.
By the way, I have to highlight this comment because it just made me laugh, and I need to share. We were having actual relevant discussions at the time. So obviously I shared this earlier, and then Ghost followed up with this.
Wow. That's crazy. Ghosty, first of all, I am a lightweight. 2 drinks in and I'm done. Like, so at max, you're spending like on drinks with me, like maybe like $20-$30. Like, you're not running a real tab with me because 2 drinks in, I'm done. Like, I am a light.
Oh, I'm the same. I am the same. So yeah, 3 drinks, I am very, very peppy.
I'm gone. Like, please. Yeah. So last night, I don't think I had that many. I don't think so. It was my first graduation. I don't think I had that many. I really don't think so. But it was my friend's graduation party, so she was the one that was way more drunk because she was the one that actually graduated college. So I was just there for vibes. But yeah, I really don't drink much. I really don't. I'm really good about that. So yeah. Anyway,
John spent all his money on shampoo.
That's real. He probably
did. Yeah, I mean, look, how else is he going to keep those luscious locks in good shape?
That's real. He probably uses Head and Shoulders. That's a lie.
Whatever the German version of that is.
Quickly, what's Head and Shoulders in German? Quickly.
I don't speak German.
Somebody look that up.
I think rather than looking up Head and Shoulders in German, let's take us back to the tennis, as Isabel tried to do earlier, and then I dragged us way off track again.
The problem is me. It's me. I'm the problem.
Now I know why John asked me to be on the stream today.
Well, I hope that you both come back. I'm going to echo Max's sentiment because it's always good fun with both of you.
I'll be around for the French Open.
You want to do?
I can't say the same. So sorry.
Oh, Swiatek was trying to go for a winner. Thought she celebrated because she thought she got it, but missed it on the track. But missed it. Pulled it wide. Pulled the forehand wide. It's 30-love on the Sabalenka service game. And she's kind of chuntering to herself, frustrated that she dragged it too far to the left. Sabalenka serves down the middle. Swiatek gets it back into play. Backhand up the line. Winner from Sabalenka. That's a Sabalenka special right there. 40-love. And that's going to make the Belarusian feel a little bit better about life. Right now. Yeah. Looks like, Sabalenka steadying the ship, Isabel?
I mean, she's still another breakdown, so...
Oh, it's only the one break.
Is it?
It's one break.
Yeah, it's one break and 2 holds.
Okay. Well, no, I don't know. I still see Iga taking this.
Oh, that's a double fault.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Lord have mercy.
I
so
never feel steady with Sabalenka. Even if she did fix her serve, I never feel steady.
Ghost, I am the most British man on Talking Tennis. Probably in popcorn tennis.
He's so aggressively British. It's unreal.
I don't even know what that word means. What does that mean?
Chuntering. It's basically when you're just sort of mumbling to yourself. Or like just like grumbling to yourself. Andy Murray does it a lot, except a lot louder.
True. But I feel like using it. Never mind. I'm not going into syntax. We're talking tennis, not talking syntax. Okay, we're talking. So
we're talking English, and Iga Swiatek is serving at 3-1 in the second set, trying to level this match as she's a set down. Attacks on the forehand, but it bounces off the top of the net and out. That she was going for a really aggressive shot there, and that did not pay off. Again, just there's these little margins that you would expect her to get, and they're just not quite working out. She's not quite purring on all cylinders, is Iga Swiatek, which is an interesting situation right now. Just updating the score for everyone watching. I think that someone in the crowd. Iga again. Gosh, her ball keeps finding the very top of the net as her first serve bounces off the top of the net and long. So we're into a second serve at love 15 in this service game. Gets ready to serve. Serves out wide. But Sabalenka crunches a return back into play. They're going backhand to backhand. Sabalenka changes direction. Iga just reaches it, but now Sabalenka's dictating with the backhand. Iga again scrambling to reach it. Gets it just about in. Sabalenka again just moving her around the court with her raw power, and eventually finishes up with a backhand winner that Iga cannot run to, and it's love 30. And this is starting to look like the back end of that first set again, where Sabalenka was getting a little bit of a foothold early on in those Iga Swiatek service games, but that was a prime Sabalenka point there, just dominating play.
It's so interesting to see, like, as well as a mover Iga is on clay. When she's in defensive points, she's not that strong defensively. Like, it's not terrible, but like there are definitely points where she's very uncomfortable trying to defend the ball back. It's just interesting to see.
Which is interesting because obviously Iga's one of the better defenders on tour right now.
Right, of course.
But obviously we know she's got a history of struggling with power players and defending that.
Yeah, definitely does. It's like, is that serve? Okay, I'm a little behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Swiatek tried to go up the line with a backhand. It just clipped the baseline. I thought it was out, but it wasn't. It's 15-30, and Swiatek is celebrating really hard right now. Sabalenka's double checking to see what she thinks about that ball being in or out, but there's a challenge. There's a challenge, and the ball was. It clipped the line. It clipped the line by a millimeter.
Oh, that's just vicious. That's evil.
That is pure Iga Swiatek. 15-30. She's going to be feeling a lot better about herself. That was an Iga special.
Hey.
On the backhand. Goes for the first serve. Out wide. Backhand into play from Sabalenka. They get Iga Swiatek backhand up the line. Again, same thing again. Checks off the line. Sabalenka forehand. Way out. 30-all. Two backhands right on the baseline. Gets Swiatek into a slightly less stressful position. Sabalenka just, couldn't get much of a hold on that forehand. She's not out of the woods yet because she could still go break point down, but at least she's not at risk of going love 40 down anymore.
It's better to be at 30-all than love 40.
First serve in play from Swiatek. Great return from Sabalenka, though. And giving Sabalenka plenty of time on the backhand. Forehand, Sabalenka moving Swiatek around, who scrambles that in, but Sabalenka's there to finish. Swiatek, passing shot, attempt, but Sabalenka picks it off with a backhand. 30-40, break point chance for Sabalenka to level this second set and make things a little bit harder for Swiatek. But that was some great aggressive play for Aryna Sabalenka. That was a good
That really pissed Iga off.
Really?
Yeah, she was not happy about that.
She stomped her foot on that one.
I don't think she did a lot wrong, though. Just Sabalenka had a fantastic
just
return.
Too good. Yeah,
that was just
good.
On the back
that
end.
was a very good approach.
Well, Swiatek might be right to be frustrated with herself at points during this match. That was not a point she should be frustrated about. She didn't do a lot wrong there. Anything wrong, really. Sabalenka, too good, as you say. So, first serve in play on the break point down. She attacks with the backhand and hits a winner. Again, that was a high-risk shot, but she gets it done, and it's deuce. Ghost updating us onto the timings of the match. That was a low percentage shot right there from Iga.
Yeah, I don't expect this match to be over. At the time, I thought it would be over.
Do you have to go, Isabel?
I don't have to be anywhere. I just had my day sort of planned.
You came here planning for an Iga Swiatek straight sets win.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was expecting.
Swiatek's forehand breaks down under pressure from the Sabalenka forehand, and it's advantage to Sabalenka again. Another break point chance for the world number 2. It's very, very good. See what we can do with this break point opportunity for Swiatek and for Sabalenka again on the Swiatek serve. Swiatek needs a first serve right now, but I'm not entirely sure that makes such a difference with the way Sabalenka's returning. Puts the first serve into the net anyway. Yeah, I think to Ghost's comment, I think both could be true. To be honest, great defense and also great opportunities from Sabalenka. But definitely Sabalenka seems to be able to penetrate Iga's defenses. Iga aborts the ball toss on the second serve. Goes again. Sabalenka attacks on the forehand, puts it in the net. That could have been a Sabalenka return special. It ended up in the top of the net, and we're back to deuce. Ashley hangs her head. Missed opportunity there.
You know, I'm just used to this by now. You know, it was definitely a missed opportunity. I don't think it would have been a return winner, but I definitely think it was a missed opportunity with that serve to take advantage and control of a rally again.
Swiatek gets the first serve into play. Very, very good first serve, but they're kind of running at the minute. Sabalenka attacks on the backhand up the line. Swiatek cannot do anything with it. That's too good. And again, it's an advantage to Sabalenka, and she is still, and Sabalenka is still pushing hard. We're not literally pushing, but she's way too powerful for that. But she is definitely not done with this game. She is trying to create as many opportunities as possible. And yeah, she's currently outplaying Swiatek right now. Breakpoint number 3 in this game for Sabalenka. Third thing in this set. Sabalenka tries again, attacks on the forehand return and puts it in the net, in the low part of the net this time. Again, another makeable return, forehand return off a first serve, and it's another breakpoint. I was going to say saved. I would argue it's a breakpoint opportunity missed by Sabalenka. Ashley's shaking her head. She doesn't like the way I phrased that.
No, it's fair. It's just that Sabalenka is just not taking advantage of opportunities right now. And we don't know how much more she's going to get in this set.
She's just set another one up with another monstrous forehand winner. She was brutally beating Iga with that forehand, just getting her on. Iga's scrambling everything back, but monster forehand inside out. Iga couldn't do much. It just short, and Sabalenka picked it off, and it's another break point, fourth one off this game. Surely Sabalenka's going to break now, because it feels like it's inevitable she's going to break in this game. If not, that's just going to be a real Alcaraz moment for Iga. Misses the first serve, goes wide, trying to go up the tee, trying to change things up a bit. What are we going to do? What's going to happen? Iga Swiatek. What was that?
There, but okay. That was a choice.
Waiting for the second serve. Goes really short. Sabalenka attacks on the forehand. Backhand into play from Swiatek. Forehand. Oh, big backhand. Isabel's obviously seen what's happened already. They're going cross court to cross court. Sabalenka, winner of the backhand.
Oh, no.
Change direction. Okay, you're miles ahead of me.
I am, sorry.
That's fine.
I'm way behind, so
I've known the whole time I was very ahead of you, but that time I was just too.
I mean, that was a very, very good rally from both. That was just Sabalenka changing it up on the backhand, as we know she can do.
We love that. That was a great direction change. Woo! Beautiful. Mwah, chef's kiss. Anyway.
Well, change of ends, back on serve in the second set. And suddenly, I'm not so confident that we're going to 3 sets.
Please, Lord, I can't do 3 sets. Please.
I mean, we don't really have a choice. I still think this is going to go to 3.
Please.
it depends on how Swiatek recovers from that and how well Sabalenka can kind of maintain this. I feel like that this set could end very similarly to the last one. I could see this one going to a tie break, though, maybe. If Iga stabilizes, but if Sabalenka keeps on just hammering away at her, then this is then I think I could see her breaking again in this set. The chat conversation is now moving on to Emma Raducanu. Hoping that Emma is not a flash in the pan. I mean, you can't help injuries. I'm going to say injuries kind of mitigate it.
Is she injured now?
Yeah, she's just had 2 out of 3 surgeries.
Oh.
She's had 2 surgeries in 2 days. So she had one on her hand, I think it was her right hand, and then she's had one on her ankle, and she's having another surgery on her left hand in 2 weeks, but they need for the right hand to heal so that she can have the surgery on her left hand. Otherwise, both hands will be out of action. She can't do anything, like day to day. So yeah, she's out of the French Open. She's out of Wimbledon. So
probably out of the US Open too, I would imagine.
Yeah, it depends on recovery and things like that. But yeah, not looking good if you're an Emma Raducanu fan, but maybe she'll come back fitter and healthier. But she's outside the top 100. It's going to be a real climb for the Brit. No, who's not climbing is Aryna Sabalenka, who's just blasted backhand winner for 15-love in her service game. And just really confident right now. I don't know why. I don't know why and what the issue with the bone spur is. I don't know the detail. I don't know anything. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so it's 15-love. So at the minute, we're kind of going with Ashley's hoping for a straight set win for Sabalenka. Isabel suspects we're going 3. Big forehand return from Iga Swiatek, who kind of tries to neutralize it, but Sabalenka just rectifies the point with her own aggressive forehand. Goes back towards Iga. Iga goes for the passing shot into the net post. 30-love to Sabalenka in this game. That was a great return from Swiatek, but Sabalenka just seemed to neutralize the advantage that Swiatek got and took and wrestled control herself. And right now, I say all the momentum is with Sabalenka right now. I don't know if that's something you'd agree with, Ashley.
It's definitely moving towards Sabalenka. You know, Iga definitely had it when she raced out to a 3-love lead. But now, with, as I've been making the point, just neutralizing balls, just getting into the rallies a little bit more has slowly shifted the advantage back into Sabalenka's corner. Now she's just got to keep it there because Iga's really good. Iga can take it back. We haven't seen it much, but she can take the advantage back quickly. And this set set turns into a different story really quickly.
And she's looking to try to do it with a mega return that's given her the point 30-15 and another mega return winner for 30-all. Where's that come from?
I spoke it into existence, unfortunately.
Where has that come from? That was a fantastic forehand winner. Isabel, you're keeping a very good poker face because I would have reacted a lot stronger to that. I did react a lot stronger to that.
I don't want to give everything away.
She can't. A magician never tells her tricks. Okay, she can't be doing that.
There you go. Your commentary. You're the commentary magician, Isabel.
Thank you. I also I was more surprised on that one because it didn't look like she had a great setup for that forehand. So when I was watching the replay, she hit it a little up here. So I was surprised that it was as good a shot as it was.
Forehand winner from Sabalenka, mid-court return from Swiatek, and Sabalenka just puts that forehand right in the corner for 40-30. I know what you mean, though, with that forehand, but that's something that Iga does, is like she managed to hit these awesome forehands from weirdly less than ideal positions, and you don't really expect it. It's something that you kind of commonly see with her. Sabalenka serves out wide. Swiatek tries to go for an aggressive return, drags the backhand out wide. 3 games all in this second set. Tense times. Could go either way right now. What are we thinking? Is this going to be a battle for Iga to hold?
I think so. I mean,
I think so.
She's not on her best behavior. She's not playing. She's not playing her best.
Oh yeah, she. It's crazy what 10 minutes can do. Like 10 minutes ago, she was looking like she was raising her level again, and then Sabalenka kind of adjusted, dug her feet into that clay, and now Iga has to adjust again. So this is going to be a tough hold for her. I say that, and she could just hold to love, which would be very beneficial for her because she could just throw the pressure right back on Sabalenka. So I would say that she needs a comprehensive hold, to kind of help steady herself and kind of stop the bleeding per se.
Oh, that was an interesting return from Sabalenka. That, like, I wasn't sure if that was going to be a winner or not, but it ended up being, definitely wide. 15 love to Swiatek, but that was an attempt at a backhand return winner inside out off a second serve. Ended up in the tram lines. I agree. I don't think Iga played that well in the first set. I think at the minute she's not playing well because Sabalenka's not letting her. Big backhand return from Sabalenka is now trying to dictate, moving her around, using the forehand. Swiatek tried to slide into it, but it's just less than ideal position. Can't do much with it. 15 all as the Swiatek forehand goes out. I think. I mean, feel free to disagree with me, either of you, but I think right now Iga's not at her best because Sabalenka's not letting her play her best.
I mean, I can't disagree with the eye test. My eyes are telling me that Sabalenka is dictating a lot of the points, and Iga likes to dictate. She likes to be the one dictating the rallies, dictating the pace, the tempo of the match. When she's not doing that, she is not a happy camper.
She's definitely not after that Sabalenka return that ended up being a winner. Forehand return cross court, and it's 15.
That was a return. Wow. She just smacked that like. That's crazy.
First serve into the net from Swiatek under pressure at 15:30. This is definitely reminding me of how this first set kind of ended up going. So. What's going to happen? It's definitely. Go
ahead.
I was just going to describe the point, but we're all good. Swiatek tries to go up the line with a backhand, ends up way in the tram line. It's 15:40.
Yeah, Tennis Channel just showed an interesting stat. It's crazy because Sabalenka's forehand top spin speed is actually down than what it used to be in previous rounds. Her backhand is up, so. I don't know what they did to measure that, but that's really interesting considering how effective she's been able to use her forehand throughout this match.
So she's obviously flattening the stroke out.
Probably flattening out.
And sometimes flat hitting can work on clay. Definitely works in Madrid clay.
The altitude helps a lot with that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Iga's being too loopy. I don't want to say that she is because that's kind of like her game style. She does have a loopier strokes, but I'm not sure flattening out would also help because I think Sabalenka is just out hitting her at the moment.
Well, Swiatek just hit Sabalenka to save one of the break points, bludgeons a forehand cross court. Sabalenka just sort of scrambles it back, and then Iga finishes it with a backhand up the line. Winner. For once that's Iga dictating the point. I'm seeing some chat at the minute about the men's Roland Garros. We'll probably talk about that in the change of ends when that comes. But yeah, that was a good save from Iga Swiatek. That's probably the first break point that she saved rather than Sabalenka missing out. Big return of the first set into play. Backhand to the Swiatek backhand. They're trading backhands right now, just keeping it neutral. Who's going to take control? Sabalenka goes a bit more up the line. Swiatek hooks a forehand cross court. Sabalenka has to scramble it back into play. Backhand cross court. Swiatek going for the window to move Sabalenka around. Sabalenka gets it back. Still getting everything back. Sabalenka gets it long though, trying to reach that forehand from Swiatek hit from mid-court, and it's deuce. Very, very good breakpoint saves from Iga Swiatek at a critical point in this set, in this match. That's world number one play right there. Yeah, you saw those points before I did, Isabel. What do you make?
It was the 1 second I looked away.
I wasn't looking at you. Sorry,
I was shifting right as all that was happening. So I apologize. I'm not on my game as a commentator today.
It's early. It's fine.
It's early. It's 11 a.m. Yeah.
I regard 11 a.m. on a Saturday as early.
It's true. And, since I work nights, I usually don't get up until about 11:30 anyway. So anything before that, I'm like, ugh.
Really, really appreciate you waking up early and coming and joining us, because this stream would be, it wouldn't be what it is without you.
Oh, thanks.
Unreturnable serve from Swiatek, her advantage. So Swiatek hoping to take herself out of trouble. We'll see how this one goes, though, because Sabalenka's probably ready and waiting to pounce in this tense moment. Swiatek's service motion. Puts it in the net. Second serve. She's taking her time with the serve. She's doing her best Rafael Nadal impression. And Djokovic as well does the same thing, to be fair. Just trying to steady herself before getting on with it. Serve into play. Backhand off the top of the net from Sabalenka. Up the line winner. Sabalenka, backhand up the line winner. Although there's a question about it. Swiatek's arguing it was out. There's a debate between her and the umpire about something anyway.
Well, it was out.
It was out. Okay. Yeah, there was a challenge from Swiatek, or someone challenged it. And so Swiatek is held.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, she is that one. Oh yeah, that was out. Sorry, yeah. Good effort though.
So yeah, there's some discourse in the chat about the men's side
and Beatlemania and Carlitos.
The hype of Carlos being compared to the hype of Beatlemania. That's not even close to true.
It will never get that hype.
No,
the only tennis player who ever got that level of hype in comparison was probably Bjorn Borg.
Yeah,
I can't.
I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't
Definitely
know.
in the UK. Maybe want to ask your dad about.
My mother just said that the hype of Beatlemania just was no, or the hype of Borg was nothing compared to Beatlemania. So no.
I don't think anything will be compared. Or maybe like a better comparison will probably be like maybe like a Michael Jackson comparison.
I don't know that we even need to compare it, but
yeah,
this happens. This happens every few years. There's always a new guy, that does really well, and then commentators and tennis professionals get really obsessed, and then they fall by the wayside. Carlos, to his credit, has done better than a lot of those other guys have. Sasha, Tsitsipas, they were two of the new oh, they're gonna take over kind of guys, and they never really did. So Carlos, to his credit, has done way better than that, and probably will have a way more consistent career. But I don't think there's much of a Beatlemania fan hype around him. I think commentators and professionals really like him. Will he win Roland Garros? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know that he's as strong a clay player as he is on hard court. He might get to the semifinals at least, but he still has to contend with Djokovic. So I'm not sure.
I would say currently he's the slight favorite. It's all going to depend on Djokovic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that he's. Do I think he can win? Sure. Listen, you enter the field. I think anybody has a shot. I mean, it's tennis. Tennis is an any given day sport. But it's a matter of a lot of things. Everything has to go his way in order to win the French. He has to get he's going to be in a good spot seating wise. He has to get a good draw.
Djokovic has to be injured.
Yeah, not if is Rafa there, that could as a number one seed, you don't want to see Rafa floating around in the fourth round, even the quarterfinals. Even you don't want to see him floating around, even if he isn't if he isn't in form this year. You don't want to see the defending champion in your fourth round. But there's a lot of factors. I think he can. I just think there's a lot of factors that go into it that is outside of his play at the moment that has to go his way.
I would love to see a Carlos and Rune match at the French Open.
Yes.
I think as much as I don't like Rune, and that's no secret, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the final of French Open.
No, I'm very neutral on Holger.
I'm not a fan. I
thought that the most interesting French Open final in the men's would be a combination would involve two of the following four people: Nadal, Djokovic, Alcaraz, and Rune.
Yeah.
Any combination would be the most interesting.
That could be real quick.
That could be
break points.
Swiatek has a double break point on Sabalenka's serve right now.
Yeah. Oh, there's a return winner from Swiatek.
Oh.
And she's broken and she's going to serve for this set.
Well, we're going 3, guys. It's okay.
That was... Okay, you were probably paying a lot of attention to that, Isabel, but that was an immense return game because she just came out and she had several return winners, really attacked the Sabalenka serve. She went out and took it. Right? That's my assessment.
Yeah. She didn't come here to F around, you know?
Dang, Ghosty wants Rune to ruin the Golden Boy. That's kind of crazy. Not gonna lie.
Well, yeah, Ghost really likes the bratty players.
The McEnroe type. Yeah. Yeah. He's calling Carlos hella boring off the court.
Oh yeah, because nice guys are so boring.
Yeah. Nah. I have no interest in supporting people who are jerks.
Yeah.
I'm just here for the vibe, you know. I'm just here. I have attached myself to Yannick Sinner, which means I have attached myself to 15 more years of pain.
Ghost like Sinner?
I don't know about if that's pain though, because Sinner has had some of the matches of the year, you know.
Yeah, but he's lost those matches.
Yeah, but he's still. Those were 5-setters, you know. Those were intense matches.
Like, I'm gonna get gray hair because of this kid. But it's okay. I enjoy Sinner. He's fun. He's great.
Yeah.
I would like to see him do better. But
of course. But he has to work on his volleying a lot more, which would help him on other surfaces.
Swiatek has a triple.
Do you want to do point? Do you want to do this one, Isabel?
No, you go ahead. I'm just
no. Like I'm not like
I can't talk quickly enough to dictate points.
I don't think I can either. I don't make much sense.
Oh, you do though. You're really great at it. You and Jack are just really good at that particular skill.
Okay, so 40 love. Swiatek serves into the box, backhand up the line. Sabalenka's trying to slice it back into play. Swiatek goes for the drop shot, forehand in the net. 40-15, misses her first set point opportunity. She's got 2 more though, but that was her trying to be a little bit too clever there. Let's see if she can convert this point. She's got 2 more opportunities to level this match and make this Madrid Open final just very, very interesting. Oh, something's happened.
Sorry.
Oh, that's an unfortunate return from Sabalenka. That's what Isabel was going, oh, wow, because she was going for a rocket forehand return that ended up coming off the top of the net in the tram line. Swiatek's team are on their feet. She's fist pumping. We are into a decider in the Madrid Open final. Let's go.
I told you it would go to 3.
Yeah. This is why we have Isabel on the stream, because she knows what she's talking about.
Well, it's just if it's Clay and Iga's there, I mean, you can kind of assume.
It's true. I mean, actually, did that match with Garcia that she had in Warsaw go 3? I'd have to look it up.
I don't remember.
That's the
last time she... What?
Oh my God. I never thought I'd see the day I see Nick dance on this stream. That's hilarious.
It doesn't take much. Just takes the right kind of energy and you bring it, Ashley.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I don't know what type of energy I'm bringing right now.
I don't know if I would dance the stream with Jack.
Oh, God. Anyway, so a deciding set. Tennis,
Yeah.
I have no idea what Ghosty is talking about in the chat right now, but
yeah,
no, I think
keep it PG, Ghosty. This is a public channel. This is not.
Yeah, we're not
page.
showing those comments.
Like, this is a family show.
I mean, here we go. We've got some WTA chat from Max, hoping Coco can defend her points for the French Open, the singles. That involves her getting back to the final, and on her current form, I don't see that happening. What do you think, Ashley?
Not sure.
I'm just hoping for the best for Coco. That's all. I don't think on current form right now, I don't think she's getting back to the final. But I don't know what happens between now and the end of May, and she suddenly finds that form that she had last year. But I really do hope Coco can find some type of form soon to where she can be at least competitive at the French Open. But it's going to take a lot of work.
She's got time. Is she not even 20 yet? She's still 19.
No. She's 19. She'll be 20 in like a few months.
Yeah, she's got time. And I know that everyone wants her to be like, the next Venus Williams, but she's already an incredibly accomplished doubles player.
Yes.
Right.
And that is, cool and impressive. And I don't think we talk enough about her skills as a doubles player. And didn't she? And she won recently with
JPEG,
Pegula, right?
They're in the Madrid Open final
Yeah.
tomorrow. They've got if they win it, they're going to go number one.
Yeah. So I think as much as I want her to do well in singles, anyone who's listening, you guys should watch her doubles matches because she's really fun to watch there, and she wins more often. So there you go.
Yeah, and I think part of that, the success that she has in doubles is going to eventually relay over to singles. I mean, like look at Barbara Krejcikova, look at other doubles players that had really good success on the doubles tour and then eventually translated it to singles. She'll get there. She has plenty of time. I just think it's just going to take a little bit of work, and people got to get used to it that she's not going to have it together at this point in time.
Yeah.
It occurred to me with. Sorry, go ahead, Ashley.
Sorry. Yeah, I do hope she has at least a chance to to defend some of her points at the French Open. Maybe she brings some type of form to Paris.
Yeah, that would be nice. She might do well at the French Open in doubles, though. You never know.
True. She did make the finals in doubles last year.
Was that the same year that she made the singles final?
Mm-hmm. I think she made the finals in doubles.
See, that's so impressive. That's so cool.
So she was killing it on both sides last year.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she lost she and JPEG lost the French duo of Garcia and Mladenovic in the final in the doubles. But yeah, I agree. And do you know what we were saying about Coco's form? To be fair, last year, based on her form going into last year's French Open, I did not call her making the final.
I don't think I did either.
That's a fair point. She was not in good form up until the French. I think she put a 250 right before the French Open, where I believe she either made the semi or final, or the final of that tournament, and then she came in and got lucky with a couple of people falling early and just took advantage.
Mm-hmm. We are underway in the third set. Big rally. Sabalenka took an extended break. And good rally to start with, ended with Swiatek going wide on the forehand. Big serve from Sabalenka, followed by a +1 forehand winner, 30 love. Exactly the start that she needs to this set. This match actually reminds me of their WTA finals encounter in a lot of ways, of Swiatek kind of stalling Sabalenka's momentum coming back. This third set's going to be a lot about how Swiatek handles this decider, because I think she kind of folded a little bit in that decider they played in the WTA finals. I think we both watched that match together, Ashley, if I remember right. We must have. I think we did.
We're going to say we did because I can't remember at the moment.
I'm going to have to forget the video. I think I was on with you, but do you remember anything about that match, regardless of whether you were commentating on it or not?
I'm going to be real with you. I don't. I'm sorry.
No, never mind. Never mind.
I'm so sorry. I wish I could remember, but, I do not. I'm sorry.
No, never mind. But yeah, I feel like it's a very similar setup, or even their US Open semi-final that they had, where Iga wrestled control after being a breakdown in that decider. So I think we're in for a roller coaster here. Isabel leaning forward, staring intently at the screen. Are we in for drama? Yes, we are, because
not yet.
Backhand wide.
Not quite yet.
I don't know. When I'm watching tennis, I'm here for drama, but on-court drama, not like personal drama.
I mean, it's always
making that clear. You just like the drama, like the chaos of the on-court antics.
I like sports drama. I'm not a fan. I'm not here to watch people throw hissy fits.
True.
I'm just here for chaos. Not even drama. Chaos,
There's a little bit of chaos or drama, what do you want to call it, because Swiatek was battering Sabalenka in that rally and drawing an error, and it's 40-30. Sabalenka's got another chance to take this game.
I mean, I do love a chaotic match. I think we had a lot of chaos matches this past year.
Oh yeah,
last summer we had a lot of good ones.
Yeah, and some of which we covered on the stream as well, which was a lot of fun. Remember, I think you were on when we did that stream where I ended up watching Halep versus Snegur, where she in the first round of the US Open, and Halep lost.
Yes, that was a weird one.
Definitely remember coming out of class to that result, and I was like, "Ooh, jump scare!" I was like,
also jump scare for Sabalenka as Swiatek hits a backhand return winner to take it to deuce.
Well. We're in for a little bit of drama, a little bit of chaos.
You know what match I wish that I had covered, but it was way before I even got involved with talking tennis, was the Tsitsipas Kyrgios match at Wimbledon, I think.
I don't think talking tennis was up and running with commentaries at Wimbledon.
It wasn't up then, but that is a match that I really wish I could have commented. Because that was the most chaotic thing, and not even like quality tennis, just like absolute court drama chaos. I really
mind you it. That was it. That match was on a prime time Sunday slot on ABC.
I know.
That match was the best.
To give you if we did commentate on that match, like that stream would have gone off the rails, much like that match did.
Absolutely.
I would have been on the floor cackling because honestly, that's what I was doing the entire match. It was so funny because I'm like, ABC was really hyping up like the 100 years of center court and like Wimbledon and all that stuff. And then the match they put on was Tsitsipas and Kyrgios.
It's just a school fight.
Not
prime time Sunday slot had that match.
Not your genteel garden party type of match at all. By the way, Sabalenka managed to hold with a couple of good points from her. I think she kind of bossed that one a little bit more. So Swiatek will now come out to serve as they swap sides. Score is on the board. So yeah, let's see how Swiatek handles this situation.
I honestly kind of want Wimbledon to put another match on ABC, like because of what happened last year. But just to see, like, but I know it's not going to live up to like the whole chaos that
Kyrgios isn't going to be there, so there's going to be no chaos. Backhand winner from Swiatek, dealing with a really tough, powerful forehand from Sabalenka, but she definitely is. I don't know. Actually, no, it's a really tricky. It wasn't powerful forehand, but runs in, hits a backhand cross court winner, too good, and now I'm enjoying what both players are bringing to this match right now. What do you reckon, Isabel?
Kyrgios isn't playing Wimbledon?
Well, we don't know for sure, but we haven't heard much from him.
Okay.
I saw someone on Twitter saying they didn't think he was going to play.
I'm okay whether he doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Same a bit.
I don't think I mentioned school fights on campus.
Yeah, that was me. I said I compared it to a schoolyard fight. That was me.
Yeah.
But
Own the quote, Isabel. Own the quote. 15-all, by the way. Sabalenka managed to get herself a decent winner on that last game, but that return was out, and it's 30-15. It's a little tense still. Swiatek may have, I think she was trying to wrestle the momentum at the beginning of the match, maybe a little disappointed that she didn't quite fight back from 40 love down, but that was a little bit of a mountain to climb. Let's see how she handles this point. Goes body serve. Sabalenka was ready for that with the forehand. Goes backhand up the line. Swiatek scrambles it back into play. Sabalenka's dominating on the forehand now. Swiatek tries to pick it up but overhits it, and it's 30-all. And that's a little bit more like the Sabalenka from kind of like the first set and the middle of the second set, just overpowering. Overpowering, yeah. Tense times for the Swiatek camp. Right, Isabel?
They do seem a bit nervous. Is that Iga's sister?
Must be.
In the box? She did not look pleased.
Probably not. All right.
would you look pleased right now? I'd be a little scared.
I loved, I think it was at, I don't remember if it was Indian Wells or not, but I loved Rybakina's sister.
Yes, she brought all the energy.
All the energy that Rybakina, or all of the just emotion that Rybakina sort of keeps to a minimum her sister had. I loved that.
I feel like it's just like a lot of sibling dynamics or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so it's break point opportunity for Sabalenka as a really tough rally. Swiatek trying to deal with deep balls from Sabalenka, and it's now 30-40. So it's gone from 30-15 to 30-40. Swiatek under pressure already at the start of the set. Sabalenka definitely maybe bouncing back from a tough hold in the previous service game. This is going to be. This could redefine the sets as well. I don't think it looks good. Forehand cross court dragged wide from Swiatek. She challenges. I'm assuming the challenge is out. Isabel?
I don't know.
Do we not know yet?
Yeah, it's out.
It's out. It looked out.
Damn.
Ooh.
So
ooh, that was not a good forehand. Ooh.
Just missed though. Narrowly missed. But yeah, and suddenly, yes, this is very much reminiscent of that US Open semi-final or that WTA final semi-final where Sabalenka went up an early break in those matches. The question is, will Swiatek fight back, or can Sabalenka make the most of wrestling control of this match and take a second Madrid Open title? Probably too early to say. What do you reckon, Ashley?
Yeah, because I mean, Iga was up 3-0, and Sabalenka wrestled back, and then Iga kind of got the second set under her britches. So it would be beneficial for her to be up like 3-0, but we don't know what the ebbs and flows of this set is going to be like. At least not yet. We'll figure it out. The 8 games of the set are always really important because that tells you where the momentum of the match is going to go.
Yeah. So. Mega return from Swiatek right at Sabalenka. She's trying to come in behind it, and Sabalenka put the next shot over the baseline. 15-all. Swiatek is definitely trying to play a lot more aggressive right now. Tense times here on Madrid. Slightly less tense here on Talking Tennis.
Listen, just here. Here, happen to be here. There's enough tension on the court that I don't need to be tense. I'm in a blanket. Like, we're good.
The Sabalenka fan is relaxed. That tells you all we need to know. Oh dear. Maybe not after that. Double fault Sabalenka, 15-30. 15-30. First double fault for a while, though, for Sabalenka. I'll give her credit for that. I can't.
Yeah. I'm like, it's okay. She hasn't done too many double faults to where I'm like, oh my God, please.
She really hasn't. She's handled it pretty well. Big first serve from Sabalenka. Iga Swiatek return is long, 30-all. Swiatek was a little annoyed with herself. She didn't make it, and it wasn't out. I mean, I don't know how it could have been a makeable return, but it would have set up a Sabalenka +1 forehand. I don't think she should be that annoyed.
Yeah, that was just a strong serve. That's all.
Sabalenka's backhand is short, meaning Iga could pick it off with the forehand winner, sets up her own break point for 30-40.
Well, okay.
Sabalenka, like really weirdly short backhand, but maybe that was just off just how the weight of shot from Swiatek. Big opportunity for Iga to wrestle back the momentum in this match. Good stat from Ghosty. Thank you for sharing. First serve in play, but Swiatek gets the backhand and a good backhand return. They're going forehand to forehand in the rally. Swiatek attacks with her forehand. Sabalenka counter-attacks with hers. They're really going for it now. Forehand cross-court. Sabalenka forehand winner cross-court. Saves the break point. It's juice. Mega rally, but either of them against most other players, any of the shots they were hitting on their forehands would have been a winner. Ended up being Sabalenka being the one with the slightly better forehand at the end of that point.
It's so nice to see Sabalenka control her power a little bit more than she has done in the past.
Sabalenka serves again. Iga Swiatek. Forehand return winner! That was a really good first serve, and even better return from Iga Swiatek. This match quality is through the roof. Loving it. This is another break point chance for Swiatek. Sabalenka stretching for it there on the replays. That's how good it was. That's how good it needs to be against Aryna Sabalenka right now. Misses the first serve. We've got a second serve for Aryna Sabalenka. Isabel has to take a break. She's obviously seen what's happened. We'll see how it goes. Second serve into play. Backhand into play for Swiatek. Forehand Swiatek. Out. Juice.
Isn't there a roof at La Caja in Mexico? Isn't there a roof at the box?
I think there might be, but it's not. It's open right now.
Oh, okay. I do know
there's
there's
that little indoor advantage.
I just saw Ghosty's comment. I was like, there actually is a roof at that box.
I'm talking about a metaphorical roof anyway.
Metaphorical. Like, think of a roof, and it's through the height for Iga and Sabalenka right now is through that metaphorical roof. You know, the Brits and their metaphors. You just got to keep with it.
Americans use metaphors as well.
Not this American.
Very neutral rally right now. Iga going a bit wang on the forehand. Up the line, forehand from Sabalenka. Backhand looped up from Swiatek. Backhand attack from Sabalenka. Forehand cross court. Sabalenka's now mid court. Swiatek has to run it down. Drop shot. Counter drop from Sabalenka. Passing shot attempt from Iga. Runs in to pick it up, but it's too sharp an angle for Iga to get. That was a good rally, right, Isabel? Advantage.
Yeah, I had myself on mute so that you didn't hear me. When Iga went into the splits. I was like, oh my God.
That was a heck of an angle. My God.
This is such a good match, regardless of who wins. It is
high quality.
The crowd are being treated. Max is enjoying this as well, which is good to see.
That was a heck of an angle there. My God.
Backhand into play from Swiatek. Backhand up the line from Sabalenka. Forehand attack from Swiatek. Forehand of Sabalenka. They're moving each other around at the minute. Backhand going cross-court to each other's backhand. Sabalenka tees up for a forehand. Swiatek. But Swiatek was long for that. Swiatek goes long. She looks frustrated that she couldn't break. Sabalenka holds. That was probably critical. Yeah, Swiatek looking very frustrated that she couldn't break there. Is that momentum solidly with Sabalenka, Isabel?
I'm reluctant to say yes, because she had momentum in the second set for a minute, and then Iga took that away. So I don't know. I don't think Sabalenka is good at maintaining a level. She always kind of drops up and down. So
would you say that that's what happened during the Aussie Open final against Rebecca? Yeah, I suppose she got a bit tight trying to serve that one out, didn't she? When she was playing Rebecca in an Aussie.
It didn't, yeah. But yeah, she's regardless, of how good she is and what a good year she's been having. I'm not denying that, but she is still a very inconsistent player, I think.
Isabel, you were over in the UK for a fair bit. Did you ever try an English breakfast?
I never had a full English. I had bits and pieces of English breakfasts, but never one entirely. So no, I guess not. I guess I didn't. I never had beans.
Close enough. Never had what, sorry?
I never had beans.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, you can give or take the beans, in my opinion, although I've probably been just disowned by a lot of the UK by that statement. I don't hate them. I'll eat them. Sometimes I'll have them on it, but I see them as an optional.
Yeah, I think I'll take an American breakfast over an English one.
I'm not entirely sure what's an American breakfast.
Well, it doesn't involve any beans.
Baked beans. I know that much.
I don't know. It depends. Pancakes, probably.
Okay.
If you're in the South, a lot of the food that is considered breakfast is like more of like a brunch type of deal. It's like shrimp and grits, biscuits and gravy. Oh my God, I could go for some biscuits and gravy right now. We do eat fruit here. I wanted to dispel the narrative that Americans don't eat healthy. There are some people that eat healthy. Do we do it all the time? No, no. But,
Well, I don't really think the English do either.
No, we really don't.
I mean, y'all eat beans for breakfast. But
I've got some vitamins in them. It's love 15 on the Swiatek serve. Let's see how she handles the situation right now, because I think she's definitely frustrated she couldn't break her the last match. Return from Sabalenka was long, and Sabalenka's the one who's frustrated. She's practicing her forehand strike motion. Again, just reminding herself how to hit a tennis ball, not which you would think she wouldn't need to do because she's been doing this probably since she was a small child. But we're at 15 all in this Swiatek service game.
I mean, they do, but, I wouldn't consider beans like a healthy breakfast food.
Definitely wouldn't call them healthy.
Yeah.
Great rally going on, but Sabalenka shanks a backhand and it's 30-15. She had Iga moving on the stretch, tried to pick it up. I think it may have checked on the clay. Just kind of framed it, and it's 30-15. But Swiatek was 30-15 up in her last service game, and she got broken. She is not out of the woods yet by any means. We'll see how this next point pans out. Swiatek misses the first serve by quite a margin. That's tight. That's tight from the world number one. Trying to win her first Madrid Open title. Crazy to think how good she is on clay. She's not won it before, but this is only her second appearance at the event in her career. Back 410 into play. We're going up the line at the minute. Backhand from Swiatek to Sabalenka. Backhand which goes into the net. 40-15. Swiatek is getting ready to serve again. This is going to be an interesting one. Let's see. Sabalenka gets ready to serve. See the tiger tattoo on full display. Symbol of her fighting spirit. Swiatek serves out wide. Ace. Fist pumps. Game Swiatek. 3-1. Sabalenka out to serve. That was a important game for Swiatek, right, Isabel?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, that was my game. I'm so sorry. I am not on my game right this second.
But she needs to. I mean, it was an important game, but she also needs to break here.
I suppose I meant in terms of the score, like it being to 15 rather than to 30 or to deuce.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
That's more what I was talking about, but I don't often know what I'm talking about.
Oh, pish posh. Anyway,
who's being British now? Backhand long from Sabalenka, love 15. Yeah, is this that Sabalenka a little bit frustrated? How are you feeling about this match in the minute, Ashley?
I'm okay. I think this is the type of like third set I kind of expected should have gone third. You know, I didn't expect Sabalenka to be up 3-1, but I did expect a lot of tense moments, a lot of long rallies and things like that. So I'm feeling kind of chilling at the moment, you know.
You might not be chilling in a minute. She's just put a forehand into the net. It's love 30.
Oof. Well.
Yeah, really makeable forehand as well. You'll probably see it in a second. Yeah, just off the Iga return. It actually got stuck in the net.
Yeah, that was not a good forehand. She might have hit it a little bit low in her strike zone on her racket.
Max, I wouldn't go to the kitchen just yet. There's too much to watch what's going on. Oh, but the Iga backhand return is into the net, but it looks like the serve was long. Both the players slightly surprised by the call. They reset for a second serve. Sabalenka just trying to get second serve into play. Backhand for Swiatek up the line. To the Sabalenka backhand into the net. It's another unforced error, and it's love 40.
Oof.
Good stat from Ghosty. Yeah, first ace, first double fault. She's been up in the aggression since the second set. And she's got 3 breakpoint chances against Sabalenka, who's hit 3 unforced errors. As Sabalenka goes out wide, misses the first serve. That's not what she needed right now. Again, she didn't miss it by much, but that's not going to help her confidence right now. Oh, that's a result.
Oh, well, that means Iga broke, I guess.
Sorry, I thought I was on mute.
That was a little unsporting, Isabel. Do you want to explain what just happened?
Sabalenka double faulted.
Oh man, you had to cheer a double fault.
We're back on serve in this third set.
I was more cheering the back on serve than the double fault.
Sure. Welcome to the Iga fandom.
I wouldn't do that.
Not welcome to the Iga fandom, please. Also, Nick said he didn't want to meet me in London, so I can't.
I do want to meet you in London, Ashley. There is one problem. Like you're all welcome to go to London to meet me. The problem is I don't live in London. I live about 2 hours away by train.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody actually does, right? Hanya maybe.
Hanya lives in London. Jethro lives in London. I think he's actually moved into London now.
Oh, has he? Finally.
Yeah. So, yeah, Hanya isn't in London. She's outside of London, but she can get into London pretty quickly. But yeah, it would take me 2 hours on the train to get in. I'm not driving, never drive in London.
I was also not in London when I was living there.
Yeah, there you go. Lesson to all you Americans. The UK is bigger than just London. Not that I need to lecture you two on it, because you're educated people. So Swiatek is serving at 2-3, having wrestled back. So the momentum in this match, I wouldn't say control. She still needs to hold. But right now, this is a real match, and I think this is going to go down as probably one of the best women's matches of the year so far. I don't know what you think, Ashley.
I'll go with that because, quite frankly, I haven't seen many women's matches this year, so I don't have anything to combat that argument. So,
okay,
I guess you win this one.
Well, I thought the Sabalenka Rybakina Indian Wells final was incredibly stressful.
Yeah,
and really good. And I think it also went 3 sets.
Yeah, I know the Aussie Open one did.
Yeah. I think Indian Wells did. So that one was really excellent.
I didn't see the Indian Wells one.
It was very good.
Great sets for Rebecca. Let me double check.
I don't think it was.
Indian Wells. Yeah, Rebecca won 7-6, 6-4.
Wow. But I guess one of the sets, it was like they kept trading breaks and double faults. Maybe that's why it felt like 3 sets.
That first set tie break was like a set in itself because it went Rebecca ended up winning at 13-11 and they had points to win it on each other on their own serves and just weren't converting. It was
that's why it felt so long. Yeah.
Mental match. I was commentating on it and I was absolutely loving every second of it.
Yeah, I was watching it backstage at the show I was working.
You do that a lot with tennis matches.
I do that a lot. When I worked as a barista, I would have matches on in the cafe on my phone, like underneath the espresso machine. And when I'm at the theater, I'll have it kind of in the dressing room off to the side. Everywhere. Yeah. You know, my job has nothing to do with it.
Well, it's 30-15 to Swiatek. This is getting very familiar. Her last 2 service games this set have gone to 30-15 after a rally where Sabalenka seemed like she was running down everything Swiatek threw at her until she eventually netted. 3 consecutive Swiatek service games, they've gone to 30-15. One she got broken, one she held. Which way's this one going to go? Serves kind of a body stuff, but Sabalenka serving so far back, it's practically a forehand return. Sabalenka then takes the forehand up the middle. She's running everything down, tries to tackle the backhand, misses it. Tries to go for the backhand up the line, puts it in the tram lines. It was the right shot because there was the space there and Iga wouldn't have got to it, but dragged it wide, 40-15. Yeah, Sabalenka is trying to fight her way back into this right now. There's a lot of breakfast chat going on. But I've just lost track of everything.
You don't like breakfast?
I like breakfast.
Okay. You don't like talking about breakfast?
I've just lost track of why of like where to start where the discussion started. But there's a lot of good options here, and it's a shame it's too late to have breakfast. At least where I am.
I mean, you can have breakfast for dinner.
I mean, yeah, that's the nice thing about America is you can go to a diner and get pancakes at midnight.
Waffle House.
Swiatek almost knocked backwards trying to pick up a forehand, puts it in the net, 40-30.
I wonder if Iga likes pancakes.
I would imagine she does. Is there anyone who doesn't like pancakes?
Ooh. There may be somebody in this very stream right now.
Okay. Never mind. Never mind. I will rescind the previous statement and apologize. I'll put a note apology on Twitter.
Unfollow me?
No, I said I'll put a notes apology on Twitter.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, okay. You're going to apologize for me not liking pancakes?
I was just apologizing for, my massively untrue statement.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't hate pancakes. I'm a waffle gal.
Backhand winner from Swiatek under a little bit of pressure from Sabalenka to hold 3 games. Is it 3 games all? I'm probably wrong there, but yeah.
It's 3 games all.
Max likes pancakes. Ghost is extolling the merits of second breakfast, and I wholeheartedly agree. But I'm a big Hobbit fan as well. Yes, we did meet on Twitter. We also met through popcorn and being on calls and doing streams. Never actually met in person. I'm looking forward to the day where we actually do.
Yeah, I don't know why. How did we meet on Twitter? I thought we met through popcorn.
We would have met on popcorn first. But obviously, Twitter's how we all kind of end up into the sphere.
For some reason, you decided to follow me on Twitter. I don't know why, but
you know what you're talking about.
That's crazy. I'm not sure about that, but
compared to most of the rest of Twitter.
Oh my god! I promise. Listen, anyone that has seen my Twitter knows that most of my sports analysis is just memes, but I do.
Memes are a valid form of analysis and should be allowed.
Yeah.
if we had, I'm sure if we had the right producer, this stream would be full of memes right now.
Please, that's the last thing that the stream needs.
Maybe we need to put Ashley on like producer role, so she just puts memes up constantly as we're chatting.
Oh God, no! Please don't. Don't let me do that, because I would be the one to just accidentally end stream. Like, no, please.
No, Isabel's not quite back yet. Right, Sabalenka serve 15 all. Swiatek kind of slipped a little bit, trying to go for the return. Yeah, definitely. That's one of the best things about Twitter. And like tennis community on Twitter is probably one of the better communities out there on Twitter compared to some of the other ones I'm in.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Fair. It has its days, but you know, yeah.
It does apply to other social media platforms as well, but I've had more success on Twitter than I've had on Instagram, say. In meeting people.
Instagram is Instagram. Ooh.
Yeah. No, well, I don't like. I'm on, and like I'm not au fait with social media.
That's a heck of a word, au fait.
Very familiar. But yeah, and look at the other Twitter. If I think about, I mean, a load of nerd communities on Twitter, and most of them are just like, and that just hurts my brain sometimes with some of the arguments they get into. I'm an F1 fan, so I'm in a lot of F1 stuff. That just gets unnecessarily messy. Like, and tennis Twitter can get messy, but generally I've found a nice sort of niche where everyone's kind of chill, and I haven't found that with any other Twitter community.
Yeah,
Twitter only gets messy when Djokovic fans enter. You know, they mess
that is true.
up.
Listen. I don't.
Well, there are some rabid Nadal fans out there that I have run across.
Wow, I'm not rabid.
You're not one of the rabid Nadal fans.
No, I've never been threatened by a Nadal fan.
You've been threatened by a Djokovic fan?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. I've
been called some deeply sexist and anti-Semitic things by Djokovic fans.
Nice.
Nadal fans, I mean, they can get rabid, and Federer fans, we can get rabid too. But I feel like there's always a level of understanding that we eventually get to. Mm-hmm. There's always like a fine, we're both good. But with Djokovic fans, they're just rabid dogs, you know.
I don't like this Nadal fan slander that is occurring in the chat right now. I am well, I won't say I'm rational, but I am kind occasionally.
You're kind more off. I would say that's a definitely a good summary of yourself, Ashley.
Not you agreeing that I'm irrational.
You said it.
You didn't have to agree. You were like, no, Ashley.
I'm also incredibly mean.
Oh, okay. All right, fair. All right. Well.
Anyway, Sabalenka just held, and quite a convincing hold, actually. She definitely seemed to get her power back over Swiatek in that game. And I think this is going to be a tense service game for Swiatek, because Sabalenka is going to be watching for opportunities to try and break and steal this match. Yeah, this is I know it feels like momentum might be with Swiatek, but that was Sabalenka's going to take a lot of confidence from that last service game. I don't know what you thought about that, Ashley.
Yeah, I still think the momentum is slightly in Iga's corner, but this is a big game for her. As far as, you know,
I feel like the momentum is not by much. It can change on a dime.
Well, yeah, that's just tennis in general. So
it's true, but there's some matches where it would take I don't know what the next level up from a dime would be. But how much is a dime again?
10 cents.
10 cents. Okay. It probably has a process. I've never actually seen one in person. So
you're not missing out. It's just a
You've never seen a dime.
Not Isabel laughing.
I'm British who has never been to America. Of course I'm not.
The dude doesn't go outside his house, Isabel.
Like, I've never seen a dime before.
The man doesn't go outside his house that
well,
often.
I'm sure you've got an American. I'm sure you get an American saying I've never seen a pound coin before.
I have seen a pound.
I have, yeah.
But not you, Isabel, because you've lived here. Let's get back to the tennis before I start trying to dig myself out of a hole.
Have you ever seen a toonie, Nick?
I have no idea what that is.
A loonie and a toonie is a $1 and a $2 coin in Canada.
Okay.
Loonies and toonies.
That is a brilliant idea. That is a brilliant name, and I love it.
We gotta get Nick out. He has to see a dime.
Yeah.
Literally and figuratively.
I'll send you. I guarantee you, it would cost more to send you a dime than the dime is actually worth.
It would definitely send you more. Cost you more.
I'm going to hold this conversation here because Iga Swiatek is getting very frustrated. She's love 30 down after netting a backhand, and she's like shouting, like, yeah, she's really annoyed that she missed that. And see what I'm saying? This game's absolutely crucial. This is a critical point. Again, Swiatek's been on love 30 on her serve before. This has been a real battle for her, though. So let's see how this goes. Goes out wide on the serve. Sabalenka forehand out. Return out. She was really going for that forehand return, and that would have been really tough for Iga to get, but it's 15-30. Good first serve, really tricky for Sabalenka to pick up. Swiatek just sort of twitches a bit, gets ready to serve for the next point, try and continue to dig herself out of trouble. This match is so tight right now. First serve is in place. Sabalenka backhand, return is in place. Swiatek really good on her backhand. Backhand up the line, final up the line from Sabalenka. It's really good. And it goes back behind Swiatek to set up 2 break point chances, 15-40. This feels very like how the first set ended up, with Sabalenka breaking super late. That was a really good rally from both. Swiatek tried to put Sabalenka on the defense, but then Sabalenka turned defense into offense, getting Swiatek on the back foot, going back behind her, coming into the net. Great opportunity here for Sabalenka to take control of this match. First serve in play from Swiatek. Goes backhand cross court to Sabalenka backhand. The training backhand. Swiatek goes up the line. Sabalenka runs it, hits the forehand. Oh, was that in? That was in. That was a... Swiatek cannot get to it. Brilliant angled back forehand winner for Aryna Sabalenka to break Iga Swiatek, and she will serve for the Madrid Open title. That wasn't... I mean... I thought it might be tight. I wasn't expecting Sabalenka to break in the barn door like that. What do you make of that, Isabel?
I'm sad.
Okay. Ashley, what did you make of that?
Yay. Yay.
We're all about the emotion.
Yay.
There's a lot of emotion here. Sabalenka still needs to serve this out, though.
Yeah, she still needs to serve it out. So we're just gonna pray real quick. Thank you, because I'm always nervous.
That wasn't how I expected that service game to go.
I thought it might be an opportunity. I thought Sabalenka might make it difficult. That's an unreturnable serve. Swiatek did kind of overhit the return, but that was also a really, really good serve from Sabalenka. 15-love. Ghost is already excited for the French Open. I wouldn't read too much into the French Open from this, but we'll see. Sabalenka is definitely showing herself to be a real rival for Swiatek right now. Great return in play from Swiatek, though, and Sabalenka nets the backhand going up the line, 15 all. You remember that last game in the Ostrava final Swiatek played against Krejcikova. Similar scoreline, 5-3 in the decider. Krejcikova had multiple match points to try and see that Swiatek is not going to go down without a fight.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. And that'll be much better watch, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Sabalenka missed the first serve. Seems to be some crowd noise. She's got delayed. Something's kind of bothering her at the minute. I'm assuming it's
there was a guy with his flashlight on pointing directly at her.
He looked really awkward and apologized.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, Sabalenka getting a little frustrated.
Yeah. She just kind of put that backhand off the Iga return into the bottom of the net. It's 15-30. Tense times. If you want to know if you want a good barometer of the tension, you just watch Isabel's face. Big serve from Sabalenka, ace. 30 all. 2 points away from a second Madrid title. Much like 2021, beating the overwhelming favourite on clay. That year was Ash Barty, this year's Iga Swiatek. Swiatek looks ready for this though. It's not done yet. First serve long from Sabalenka. Isabel already knows how this goes, so I'm not watching her face, I'm watching the tennis. Second serve. Big backhand from up the middle from Swiatek. Forehand into the forehand. Oh, it looked like it was long. Swiatek thought it might be long, but it checked on the line. It's a challenge. This is either a break point or a match point.
It was long.
It was long. It was long. It's long, and it's break point for Iga Swiatek. It's just out.
Oh my God.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
This match is not over yet. The Iga fans are tense. The Sabalenka fans are tense. You know, Sabalenka, break point down. This has been a seesaw set. Goes out wide with the first serve. Iga gets the return into play. Sabalenka changes direction on the forehand. Iga forehand cross court. They're changing forehands right now. Sabalenka gets into play. Goes up the line with her forehand. Backhand Swiatek is out. Great forehand. Swiatek had to really scoop the backhand up. There wasn't a lot she could do with it. The fans are applauding. It's juice. It is juice. Sabalenka puffing out her cheeks. Ready to go. I'm going to keep commentating. I think I'm best to keep commentating because everyone's super tense right now.
Yeah, I can't. I couldn't possibly talk about the point.
We're not going to talk about anything that's happening now. We're going to keep going with this. We'll probably come for analysis after whatever happens. There's an OMG from Isabel. Ace from Sabalenka? No.
Yeah.
Yes, it was an ace. Match point. Championship point. The way she was kind of lifting her hand out, it was like, it wasn't a miss. That was clearly in. But I didn't know it was a let. But championship point for Aryna Sabalenka. It's ready to serve. I'm not looking at Isabel. Backhand in play. Forehand Sabalenka. Forehand Swiatek. They're going, it's very neutral. Sabalenka's coming in. Swiatek goes for the pass. Sabalenka nets. Sabalenka into the net and it's juiced. Swiatek just saved championship point. Unless Swiatek is sick, it's going to be a massive effort to beat her in a final. Yeah. It's going to be about Aryna controlling nerves. It's also going to be about how Swiatek handles the situation as well. Who can control their aggression the best? Who has more control?
I mean, I would give the edge to Iga if that's it, but she is making a lot of errors.
Yeah, forehand into the net, advantage Sabalenka. It's another championship point. Yeah, that was an unforced error from Iga there. First clear unforced error I've seen from her for a bit. Championship point number 2, Sabalenka. Waiting for everything to settle down. In the crowd and in herself. Bounces the ball. Bounces the ball. Serves. Iga, mega return. Sabalenka into the net with the forehand. Sabalenka into the net with the forehand. She had the +1 and she put it into the net. Deuce. The Polish fans are loving that. You can see some in the crowd. They're hoping that Swiatek can just rectify the situation, get this back on serve, keep this match going. Swiatek's not going to give you a title. You got to work for it. Sabalenka misses the first serve. Max is relating to Isabel's reaction right now. On the edge of the seat. Are you watching? Who else is watching this? Second serve, Sabalenka. Iga attacks up the middle and forehand. The backhand even. They're trading backhands. Forehand winner from Sabalenka. Steps into court, hits the forehand winner. It's a third championship point opportunity. Ghost is also giving us updates on the other big match going on. This is going 3 sets between Jerry and Shelton in Sardinia. But
come on, big Sabs.
It's a big, but this is a much bigger tournament. No offense to the Sardinia Challenger. A much bigger moment.
Oh my God.
Oh dear. Sabalenka out wide. Iga return winner. How on earth did you hit a backhand winner off that immense first serve from Aryna Sabalenka? But she did. Yazda indeed from the crowd. Guy with a piece of paper with Yazda on it. She has just saved a third championship point with some absolutely mega returns. What is this game? Oh, what a return from Iga, but another even better return shot backhand from Sabalenka. And Iga really had to scramble for it, and it was just too wide. And Iga's frustrated that she missed it, but that was just a sequence of brilliant shots. And it is another championship point for Aryna Sabalenka. She's having way more luck on the ad court, way more luck on the juice court, very under pressure on the ad court. We have stats in the chat. First serve long from Sabalenka. She's frustrated. She was hoping to set herself up for a point there. It's gonna be tight. She's kind of muttering to herself, getting ready for the second serve, drawing this out as much as possible. Iga's going to need to make this return. Hits the return. Sabalenka forehand. Winner! Aryna Sabalenka is the Madrid Open champion with a plus-hand forehand winner of a decent return from Swiatek, but it was in the Sabalenka strike zone. Does the job on her fourth championship point, but that was a hard-fought battle between the two best players in the world, and they showed why they were the best players in the world today. Isabel, I wasn't expecting you to be so emotionally invested.
I like Iga, all right? I just,
I mean, look, I'm gutted on the inside. I wanted Iga to win as well.
Big Sabs. Big Sabs.
Yeah, she finally got it, Ashley. She finally got it.
We got there eventually, but we in there. We in there.
John thought that match was epic. I thought that match was epic.
It was good match. Thanks for carrying the last few games, Nick. we were too enthralled.
I think also Ashley was a little behind, so she was probably relying on us. So she was just getting all the spoilers.
Yeah, it's okay though. It's okay. It's okay.
You go standard Max tunes. I Will Survive. Definitely a theme for Sabalenka on this match. Whew. Take a breather, everyone. Agree with Ghost. Yes, I want to see more matches between these two, and I want to see Iga win the next one.
Definitely.
I don't know if she's going to do it on a hard court right now, but if they're on clay, I think Iga's winning the next one. Yeah, Ashley, what were your thoughts on that match? Other than you were happy with the result?
It was a great match. She had to experience. She definitely had to navigate some nerves. at the end of this, that third set there, but it was very good. Really, really just, the match was won with just how she constructed the rallies, even when she wasn't playing her best. She took time to take Iga out of neutral rallies and didn't let Iga dictate the points too much. And that, to me, wound up being the decider. Her serve was also pretty good, even though Iga got some looks on some returns. She didn't double fault. She didn't create unnecessary errors on her serve. Sabalenka, a lot of the stuff that she experienced on serve was because Iga was just returning really, really well. So not the best match from Iga outside of her returns. There's some uncharacteristic errors, which is unfortunate, but that was a fun match. I'm glad. Big Sabs. Yeah. Big Sabs.
Yeah. It was a good match. I feel like that momentum, there was so many momentum swings. I think what decided it were 2 service games from Sabalenka in that set. Her first one where Iga nearly broke, and then didn't, and then Sabalenka broke Iga, and then the last one where Sabalenka just held on for championship point, saved break point. Iga really fought hard. I thought she might break back and this would go wrestle momentum, but I think that's probably what decided. If Iga had broken in that earlier match, early game, maybe she would have won the set, but then maybe Sabalenka would have wrestled it back. And at the end of the day, Sabalenka, the pendulum swung towards Sabalenka at the right point in the match for her to take over. And I think that was probably, I'd say that's probably what happened. It was just so close, which is, it's kind of how I thought it would go, to be honest. I know some people would call it straight sets either way, but I thought it would be a close 3-setter. And that's why as an Iga fan, I'm a little disappointed. I would have wanted to win it. I would have wanted her to complete the clay trophy set and maintain that edge over Sabalenka. As a tennis fan, it's great to see that there's a bit more of a rivalry here, but also the fact that she wasn't demolished. It was that close. There's some consolation from that, and it'll be interesting to see how she takes that into Rome. Isabel, any more thoughts from you?
Yeah, I think it's remarkable that even when Iga isn't playing her best, she's still very difficult to beat. Like, she was making a lot of errors. She definitely wasn't on today, and Sabalenka had to play really aggressively to beat her still. So I think it's commendable. But a good rivalry, a good win for Sabalenka. Interesting start, I think, to the clay season for the women.
Yeah, for sure. With these two, I mean, like these two are definitely the hot kind of the hot favorites going through this clay season now. As I said, I think it'd be interesting to see how Sabalenka does in Rome with a slower clay service and more traditional clay conditions. Yeah. Nice to know that you enjoyed the live stream, Rhea. Hope you come back and watch us and get in the chat and let us know what you think. What you thought about the match. Is there going to be a Carlos live stream tomorrow? Yes, that will be brought to us by Jack and Vanch, commentating on that. So you're in for a treat there.
Stats. It'll be Stat Fest.
It'll be Stat Fest, which will probably keep things interesting whilst Carlos probably demolishes Jan Struff.
Dang. He ain't giving Struff any type of chance, which, to be fair, I wouldn't either. Yeah.
But let's stay focused on the women. Because I get frustrated sometimes when chat veers off during a women's match to talk about the men.
I agree. Sometimes though it's so difficult to not just talk. It is,
especially when stuff gets brought up or there's other things kind of going on, and provided it happens on the other streams as well, then it's fine. The men's match will be derailed by women's tennis chat. I think we're pretty. Isabel and I with you, Rhea. Like to see Iga win, but here for the rivalries. All right. Let's just quickly just look ahead. Okay, so we're waiting for the trophies to be presented. Let's look ahead to Rome. Iga hasn't lost a match in Rome since 2020. She's obviously going to be the red hot favorite, despite today's result. I mean, let's face it, she turned around that she came out back from Ostrava to then win, is it San Diego? 500 pretty convincingly. I'm I think probably expecting that she will have an advantage over pretty much everyone, including Sabalenka, in Rome right now. What were your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that, Ashley?
I mean, I said it earlier. A win for Sabalenka here is just, she's beaten the world number one. That's another feather in her cap of a really solid 2023 campaign. Rome is a completely different beast. Madrid is like the odd child of the European clay court lead up to Roland Garros. It's interesting. I would be interested to see if Sabalenka can take her form to Rome. I know she hasn't. Does she have good results in Rome? I'm not entirely too sure about that, but I do think Iga is the top dog there. I mean,
Sabalenka got the semi-finals in Rome last year.
Okay.
That was a better result than we were expecting for her, not just because she was still having trouble with her form, but also because it's not the type of service she's used to. She likes playing on. So
so I'm intrigued to see if Sabalenka can, with better form than what she had at that point in 2022, could be a little bit better at that event. But I do think Iga, to me personally, the conditions favor Iga more. They condition her shots a little bit better. I think Iga is probably the favorite, and then if outside of Iga is whoever lasts.
Yeah, I think you and I have exactly the same opinion, Ashley.
Oh my God, we agree on something? That's crazy.
We agree on more than you think. I just like to pretend to argue with you.
Okay.
Makes far more interesting television. We agree all the time. No, we don't.
I don't know why y'all get it. I don't know why you get a kick out of arguing with me, but okay.
Isabel, are we going to get a consensus here on how Rome's setting up for the WTA?
Yeah, I pretty much agree with all that. I think Iga has the edge there.
Yeah, I would agree that too. All right. Well, I think we kind of got ourselves a great time. Trophy to being presented. Iga's collecting her runners-up trophy. Don't think the Rome draw's out yet, is it?
No, I don't think so.
If it is, I don't know about it.
Gosh, they're really holding back on it. That will be we can't really preview any matches we're excited for or anything like that. I'm hoping Ons will be back. That would be nice. I think that's the only other thing I can think of from Rome. But I want to talk about. But I want to say thank you both for coming on. I've had an absolute blast with you, commentating with you, and not just because it's tremendous fun, but because like every stream, tennis analysis is second to none. So,
oh wow, that's crazy.
I respect you both as tennis analysts.
Oh, thanks. I don't consider myself an analyst, more of a humorist.
I provided exactly 0.5% of tennis analysis that was said on the stream today.
Well, okay. If you came here expecting tennis analysis and got tennis humor, I hope that you're still satisfied. All right. Thank you both. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. Tune in tomorrow for Alcaraz versus Struff with Jack and Vunch. And I'll be back on Monday with WTA Weekly to wrap up all the action in Madrid. And I'll be also releasing the next installment of my Roland Garros power rankings for the WTA at some point during the week as well. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, Ashley and Isabel. We'll see you soon. Take care and keep talking tennis.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis. You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career, was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface, but I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Thanks for tuning into this watch-along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Thanks for tuning into this watch-along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Thanks for tuning into this watch-along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Thanks for tuning into this watch-along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Thanks for tuning into this watch-along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Thanks for tuning into this watch-along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material, such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career, was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one, so I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface, but I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, you know, in the past I was, and it gave me some, like, defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head, so going in now, I mean, I feel like, you know, everyone is could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and you know, if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on this surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on this surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.